Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Come Play Podcast. This is episode 48. I'm your host, Tyler, and with me, my co-host, Bobby, Brendy, and Zach. We're all here today, finally. It's been a while. Say what's up, everybody.
Top of the morning, everybody. I just want everyone to know that today's the day, or I guess late last night was the day I gave Robert Morison III the biggest L of his career.
Holy fuck, how do you think you won that exchange? I don't get it.
Because, I don't know, I just did.
Let me, you know what, Ty, keep introducing stuff real quick. Let me find this thread. I'm gonna put it on the fucking...
Well, I was just going to say, from my perspective, I was really busy all day, so, like, I got home from, work and finally seen what was happening, and I just seen Bobby and Brendy arguing about how Brendy gave Bobby an L, and I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And I'm like, then I seen it.
Yeah, so let's let me put it up on the thing
Screen.
here. On the
Is that what you're
screen
trying to-
here. So I was trying to think of a clever name for it. So, okay, I started by tweeting this. I said I will not stop until there is a professional EASHL league, which we've all talked about before.
We all agree with.
Yes. And I followed that up with my 2A defensive game is just too fucking strong. I put the wrong 2. Go fuck yourself. I could shut down anyone. I came off a really good drop-in game. That's why I was, like, losing my mind. So, Mr. Dodson over here decided to take over the Company Network account and post a video response, which was the following. You guys will not be able to hear it, but I'll basically explain what he says. But Stream's going to be able to hear it. So, Stream, here you go.
My two-way defense game is just too fucking strong. I can shut down anyone. Huh, really? Okay, well, let's play the tape.
You're such a little
Okay, well,
bitch,
this was
Brendy.
just right after a goal, so
No.
maybe he's...
Everything
maybe he's got a
in
point.
everything
Well,
in that clip
see
is
what happens
100%
here.
true
He's gonna
and
bring it
accurate.
up. Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, he's gonna immediately turn it over for a breakaway. Oh, yeah. He missed, but you just hate to see it, folks.
So,
just hate to see it.
For those in this party who have not heard, he essentially somehow this was the first clip he pulled up in our archive of games that we've played. Or you know what?
The reason I did not do extensive searching was because it was a late night and I had not had Twitter open all day. And the one time I opened Twitter, I see a tweet from Bobby like from 45 minutes ago that says that. And then I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get something out quick, like before he goes to bed or something. So I go through our drives, and about 30 seconds later, I find a clip, and I just turn record on my phone, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna start doing some play-by-play here.
Yeah, and he essentially pulled up a clip where first period, Ty wins the face-off. We're up 1-0. I bring it into the offensive zone, and I get completely pickpocketed by their center, and he goes on a breakaway, which he did not score on, by the way. So I responded.
Hey, I addressed that.
I responded to this. I'm like, we uploaded a ton of game film to our shared drive, and my friend here took the time to find that instead of learning how to score without being fed a cross crease. This man also passes backwards on an open breakaway. And I said, I realized I used 2 instead of the correct 2, and that's the saddest thing about this vid, but I love my teammates, so that's fine. And then he responded with something like, I love you too, even though you took the L or something like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? What? But whatever. So
like the funniest, like the best L's that I give to Bobby are the ones where like he denies that he's been given an L.
The best W's that you get are the ones where you're the only one who thinks you got the W, sir.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't understand how proud I am of like these moments.
How proud of your fake W's you are.
Fucking exactly.
He doesn't need anybody to pet.
Just as proud.
I don't need any confirmation from anyone.
You should be just as proud as the Astros winning the World Series.
Hey, dude, it's not it's not cheating if you don't get caught.
I just love how he doesn't need anybody else to pat him on the back except himself. I love that about you.
I reach behind my back and pat myself on the back with both hands. That's how proud I am.
Reach behind your back and give yourself a reach around. Wow, that's crazy.
Exactly.
Wait,
I give myself a double bat.
Can I actually want to, we have another guest in here that you guys might not be aware of. But I want to ask her a question about the Astros. Do you mind if I do so real quick?
I will get her as soon as she is.
No, not that one.
As soon
not
as
that
she is
one.
back at her
No,
computer.
Not that one.
Not that one. Not that one.
Okay, go ahead. I don't care.
Hey Alexa, did the Astros cheat?
On October 30th, the Astros lost to the Nationals, 6-2.
Okay, for some reason, like her original ding is much louder than her response, but
Yeah, it
basically,
You need to turn her up.
apparently, well, I'm trying not to blast my own eardrums, but I have Alexa in my soundboard now. Shut up.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't say her name, otherwise
Yeah,
like she'll get
I
horny.
keep forgetting. I keep.
You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
Like, you guys talking about me?
Wow. And now
Oh,
somebody
someone's
just
dead.
died. It
Ask
sounds like Bobby.
I like how they unplug their mic and just like, all right, they're dead. I'm like,
that I think that's the
Oh my
only
God.
assumption we can make.
Yes, but no. She's in the soundboard now, so if we ever want to ask her a question, she's right here. I will turn her up for the next time we want to use her. I found out she has an aux port.
Is the FBI listening?
Hold on. Here, actually, do you want to? Actually, you know what? Let's ask that question. I have the volume. All right, I have the volume all the way up. Hold on. Alexa, is the FBI spying on us?
Amazon takes privacy seriously. For more information and to view Amazon's privacy notice, visit the help section of your Alexa app.
You may as well
like
have just said
I would
yes.
like to point out that she did not say no.
I would also like to point out that she had a response for that. She had a response for that specific question.
Zach, if she had said no, like you still wouldn't have believed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't say no, so now I definitely think the FBI is listening.
Oh my god.
I apologize. I think I've hit
FBI, open up.
So
I think I've hit my pop filter 3 times, so sorry if anybody
I
heard
did not
that.
hear that, but you should be fine. So yeah, in case we ever want to ask her a question, she's in my soundboard now.
All right, moral of the story: Bobby took a no, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, whatever. I think we have somebody in here who is going to take a massive W with this next segment, right?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second, but I do want to, before we get to Zach's thought of the week, I do want to bring up 2 things, not to bring the mood down or anything, but I think it's something we have to address. Number 1, I want to talk about, I don't know if they have a name for it, but I know today is like the Bell
Let's Talk Day. It is called
Bell
that.
Let's Talk Day on Twitter for,
Mental
all
health
kinds of
and
mental
health awareness.
yeah,
A
all
lot
kinds
of
mental
sports
health.
people involved with this every year, and for every Bella Talk tweet, I think it's like they donate like a cent or like 10 cents or something like that to mental health. So if you haven't tweeted it yet, go tweet it now. I certainly did that this morning.
Tweet it.
Simple, just copy and paste the hashtag. Yeah, really, just copy and paste the hashtag. A lot of athletes sharing their stories and giving their thoughts. So it's a good thing that happens every year.
Yeah, so
So fucking tweet it, you bitches. It's free, and you get 10 cents to mental health.
So yes, that was the first thing, and the second thing, the huge news that rocked the sports world: Kobe Bryant dying on January 26th in a helicopter accident with his daughter Gianna. Just sending out our prayers to the family. It was definitely shocking news. Let me tell you, me and Bobby were driving down to drop him off at college, and we got the news. And I remember for a split second while he was driving, maybe 2 seconds, we looked at each other like jaws dropped.
Yep.
It's unbelievably unfortunate, and you've seen the outpour from people afterwards. Just how much Kobe meant.
Christ. Vanessa Bryant just posted a thing on Instagram actually as we're talking about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not to kind of get ahead of you, but we're not talking about this today.
Yeah.
We are currently talking about a video where we're gonna have another discussion that's not a podcast episode. We don't, just because it was gonna be way too long, because there's lots to say about this. So just, I guess, keep an eye out for that. I have no other updates for that at the moment.
Yeah, like I said, just wanted to get into that before we started because I think it would be rude of us to not acknowledge it. But yeah, prayers for the family, and like I said, tough situation, but the sports world has really come together and really mourning the loss.
Can I share some possible breaking news?
Okay. Is it from
Better be worth
TMZ?
it.
It's from Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's a very strong rumor, like more than normal, that Seattle's NHL expansion team will be called the Kraken.
Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah.
I just realized this now.
What?
So, yeah. So this was I actually thought a while ago this was going to be their team name because they did a.
I didn't think they were ever going to settle on this.
They had like a list of 3 possible things,
Yes.
and I don't remember what the other 2 were, but
You're
Kraken
gonna
was
say the
on there.
crackheads. The Seattle crackheads.
But how do you? I mean, quick reaction from Riverdale. How do we feel about the Seattle Kraken, the new team in the
Seattle
NHL?
crackheads.
I will say, I'm gonna show. If you guys want to look at the stream real quick, pull it up. I'm gonna show a. Somebody made a uniform concept. It's
Oh, boy.
actually not bad. Like I'm actually a fan of this.
Yeah, but the actual team won't, use that.
No,
So.
well, yeah, I know, but like that's if they stick with those deep types of colors, I'm actually for this. I just put it in the sports talk check as well. I like this concept actually. That's pretty nice.
Something like that would be pretty cool. Yeah.
That's pretty
Seattle
nice.
crackheads. They have a live crackhead as their mascot.
Hey man, you want to make a ton of money and we'll give you drugs. You keep using.
Yeah, we do it to our players anyway.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, just wanted to share that because that's something we've been waiting on news on and it's trending. So
Yeah.
it's a bit of a strong
Seattle.
rumor, I guess, at the moment.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway,
Anyway, we've taken up too much of an intro. It's time to get into Zach's thought of the week. Okay, no intro. Nice.
No
oh
intro.
shit!
All right.
Sorry, I was too busy changing the graphic. Okay, hon, hit me again. hit me again.
We spent way too long on this intro, even more now since Bobby's a jackass. Now it's Zach's thought of the week.
That's it. Just a beer opening.
I can't remember what was next.
Okay, all right, just a beer opening, and then like just quietly in the background.
Praise, baby.
I could have swore it was, and then
It's that, and then the Braves.
Yo, what the
baby.
fuck?
is that? Oh
The
yeah,
Braves,
no,
baby.
And
he's
then-
right. He's right.
And
he's
then the
right.
third was
No.
Smash
All
That Motherfucker.
right, and then
The Braves,
I gotta
baby.
combine them. Okay, go. God's sake.
All right, this week's
Zach.
thought of the week. So you get $10,000 in a year, but you have a song of your choice constantly playing in your head, and you can only change it once per month.
Oof.
How much money did you say?
$10,000 a year.
It's one song.
It's like quietly playing in the back of your head. Like you can always hear it like faintly.
So I was about to ask. That depends on like the volume of playing. So like,
Can you?
is it just like, oh, I got a song stuck in my head, or is it like no, like there's like basically like,
It's like
earbuds?
I have a
actually playing in your
serious
head. Like
problem.
there's a speaker in your head somehow.
Can you
Okay.
listen to anything else during that period of time?
I mean, you could listen to other music over it, I guess.
Okay, I
Do you-
didn't know if that was an option.
Can I like pick the song?
Yeah, you
he
can
said
pick
that.
the song, and you can only change it once per month.
Okay.
Okay.
I actually think this is pretty easy for me. I'm for it because I kind of listen to the same shit over and over again anyway. Personally, at least from the way I
don't know, dude.
I follow waves, right? Like there's like a good like 2 month wave where I'm listening to like I don't know some metalcore shit, and then for like the next month it's like all hardcore, or like the next month it's fucking hip hop. You know,
$10,000 a year is kind of underwhelming, though.
that's $10,000
Just to
for
be
a
slightly
simple
annoyed.
idea.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but I'd be slightly annoyed all year. Like
for 10K.
I'm- so like what? Yeah, like when I try to.
Well, the point of these questions is not to choose like, yeah, you get $50 billion if you do this one annoying
Well,
thing
no,
for
I
like
get- I-
300 days.
I get that. The reason.
It's like, yeah,
the
fuck
main
yeah, I'll
reason.
do that.
So the main reason I'm saying no is because of the money, not because I wouldn't like.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like 20,000, like I would consider it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, Andrew Yang was trying to get 12. He got 10. That's why this is happening.
All right,
Oh, no.
moving on. But no, for me, like I'm saying no, but like there's like I know like I could have like an easy listening playlist or something to like make it less frustrating.
Oh, one of those like lo-fi hip hop
I
things
was-
that are big now.
Well, I was thinking of a guy like Tom Day who
Oh,
makes really good music.
Okay. You don't want Imagine
But-
Dragons in your head?
well, no, because I don't want to get sick of the song I'm listening to. That's why Tom Day
Yeah,
is
you
like,
get
you know,
sick of their music from listening once.
why does everyone fucking diss Imagine Dragons?
You know what's funny though is that at one
Imagine
point
Dragons
everybody
is, like,
loved
one of my
them.
favorite bands. It's one of my favorite bands. Like I'm
It's
with
like
you, Brendy.
it's like Nickelback. Everyone loves to hate them.
I'm a Nickelback
Yeah.
fan. I'm a massive Nickelback fan. I've seen them 1, 2, 3 times in concert. No joke.
It's like, yeah, I like the memes, but it's like people are like straight up dissing.
For 10,000, I'd probably do it for 10,000.
Well,
No, I cannot do it for 10,000.
so how do you guys listen to music? Do you guys like follow like if you find a song that you really like, do you listen to that constantly, kind of over the course of a period of time, or do you kind of
I
jump
rinse
from
it
time
in
to
like
thing?
an hour and then I'm done with it.
Yeah,
like,
I know how
No.
you do it. You're
I'll
constantly.
like-
What about the rest of you?
I'll just like add it to like my playlists or something, like, or
Oh,
like
okay.
if it comes on Pandora, I'm like, all right, thumbs up.
Well,
If that comes up.
How
yeah.
often do you listen to music anyway? Like in a day? Like
Me?
yeah.
Like I don't listen to you know what's funny? I do like listening to music, but I don't do it as much as I probably should.
Yeah.
Like and a lot of that is because I just get distracted by other things like
Yeah.
YouTube videos.
Yeah, I have some.
But yeah, I'm all down for that's probably what I would do. Just kind of just add it to my playlist and hope it comes up again or something.
Tyler's
like that.
favorite soundtrack is whatever's playing at his employer's place, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, bro. Like
you
no,
listen to like
because
the
they.
same 15 songs.
Oh
every day.
my
Yeah.
god, it's so
Yeah,
bad.
you love it.
You
What
probably
do you guys
got
listen to?
You probably have the playlist memorized.
There's days where I'll hear, like, if I work like a 9 to 5, I'll hear a song 4 times. No joke.
Yeah.
And like it's all bad songs. Like not one that's good. And it's like come on.
Yeah. I worked at a specific fast food restaurant. I probably said the name on the air, but whatever. I worked at a specific fast food restaurant that doesn't play like, I guess, quote unquote, actual music, like the latest hits. They'll play like soft, like jazz or classical music constantly. And it's
Oh my
for some
God,
reason,
dude.
like, I mean, it's fine. Like, it's not like, it's only annoying when it's like, okay, you had to go clean the bathrooms. And it's just do 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 do, but like it's
The
much.
elevator music.
yeah,
yeah.
Then you hear someone in one of the
Yeah, it
stalls
drives me
dropping a
nuts.
bomb.
Oh, well, so
It's the worst because it's repetitive. Like it doesn't.
yeah. Well, I
There's
mean,
no
because like
really like variety.
I was a
'cause you're
cash-
listening to the same thing all day.
I was a cashier, so like it was, I could barely hear it with a lot of the busyness kind of happening, and I was running back and forth.
Yeah.
But when I'm like, okay, I need to clean the bathroom, I'm in that bathroom for a while, so it's like I hear it, I'm like, oh my god, and it's louder in the bathroom, like it's just, do like through the door, like
It's
going through the
loud
door,
jazz.
it's like, like just it's stupid, drove me nuts. Just saying, just saying.
No,
I
for
work
me, though,
anyway.
like I couldn't do it because I feel like I get sick of it, and like when I get sick of it, it would just drive me absolutely insane. But like my
I don't know
listening,
Sorry, Tyler. When
No,
you're
I was
listening
gonna-
to background music like that, like
Yeah.
all day, like it
I
starts
think
to
just
it
kinda
starts to
meld.
like affect you, like because like when you're like at the end of the day, if you listen to like really like I don't know, I like to call it background music because it's not really like engaging. It's just on.
Yeah,
It starts to drive you insane a little, and it kind of makes
Yeah.
time feel like it's going incredibly slow.
like that's what I'm saying, and
it does.
I don't like getting stuck on like I kind of cycle. I mean, I do have a playlist of like my favorite stuff, but I go on like like right now I'm on a Logic kick. Like I've just been listening to like Logic's albums like over like just
Yeah.
going cycling through those. But like
Rachel
I
May
do
went to a
whatever.
Logic concert recently.
Yeah, I like Logic.
He's
He's
a good dude.
Yeah, so like,
seems
but I
so.
do that, but then like I go on Pandora or whatever. But no, for me, I couldn't do it.
Do you-
And $10,000 for me is also not enough either. Like if it
Oh,
was like
rich
a
bitch
mil,
over
I'd
here.
probably do it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, so do you guys ever like? I know whenever I get in a car, right? If I know I'm gonna listen to music, I mean, so for longer drives, I do podcasts unless there's like somebody in the car with me.
Yeah.
But like for shorter drives, I'll do music. Do you ever try and judge like with the Disney drive? Like, okay, I'll be there in 20 minutes. That's probably like 7 songs. You ever
Yeah.
judge by that before? I do that all the time.
I feel like 20 minutes is definitely not 7 songs, but I know what you're saying. But yes, I do that
It
all
is
the
if
time.
you're listening to hardcore music.
that
That's
too.
true.
You're maybe getting 10 minutes out of a 10-track album.
No,
Honestly.
I actually do that all the time though.
Yeah.
But yeah, my final answer is no. I would not accept that deal.
Yeah, I don't think I probably wouldn't do it either, just because I listen to so much music as it is, and I would
That too.
probably drive myself insane by the end of the year.
I probably wouldn't mind it for an extra 10 grand. If I get to listen to other stuff, then that's definitely worth it to me, as long as I can kind of beat my head, essentially. Like, just kind of raise the volume above it. So I'll take it. I'll take your money. I'll take that one,
Well,
friend.
here's the thing: you could raise it up, but you can't ever turn it off.
Well, I think I could deal with it. I personally think so. I think I have the mind to do it. But that's
I'm getting like kind of nervous just thinking about it, so I don't think I could probably handle it.
Man, Zach's scaring himself with his own thought of the week, man. This is a first. Holy shit. And Brendy also said no, right?
Yeah, Brendy's giving this a hard no. It's not enough money for me.
Yeah, not enough cash.
I can't.
He knows what he's
Not
worth.
the money. I think any amount of money, it would just be terrible for me. Like, it would be awful.
Are you really going to say no if
if
someone's
it-
offering you $1 million?
I was about to say, like, if I can like work for not work for the rest of my life, just to listen to music in my head in the background, like I'll do it.
For a year?
Man,
But it's like for $10,000 a year, like I'm basically like working at Jimmy John's again. So no, thank you.
shout out Jimmy John's.
Big ups.
Yep.
Big ups.
I like how like Bobby's like I worked at a specific fast.
I try to be
food
careful.
place, and
I
Brandon's
probably.
like, hey, Jimmy John, fuck you. Like,
Yeah, literally. Fuck you, Jimmy John's.
I've probably name dropped it before, but just in case I haven't, I mean, I've probably said it already, so whatever. You know, Nate Shock keeps talking about how he used to work at McDonald's, like every fucking video he makes. So
yeah, and then he won COD XP.
right.
Dude, a surprising amount of people have worked at McDonald's.
Oh, well, I mean, it's
easy to get into.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not a hard job to get.
I'm about to
Dude,
look it up right now.
I mean,
how many Americans have worked at McDonald's?
I'll say this: like I worked at Wendy's, like briefly, and it
I
is
remember
like
this.
it is the most stereotypical like environment you'll ever think of when you think of fast food in terms of like the people there like working and stuff and just the like the day-to-day grind. Like it's like terrible.
I
don't
remember
know how to do it.
Ty, you and me used to have a friend who worked there for a decent period of time, and he would tell me that he's like, I don't know why they keep advertising this never frozen shit. Do you know how big our freezer is, and do you know what's in there?
I said the same thing. That is literally false. Yo, me and him gotta talk about this because it's literally it's false advertising.
I don't think
that
you've
shit
talked to
is
this kid in years.
It's a freezer-sized room. You go in there, you get the beef like Wendy's. I'm calling you out.
Yeah.
At least that's what my store did, and that's what his like.
Ty, you of all people are not calling Wendy's out. You do not want the smoke. You know who
Oh, yeah,
Wendy's is
they're-
a
they're-
savage.
Their
on Twitter.
social media.
I also want to mention that freezing the beef like does absolutely nothing to it. Like
Zero. I mean,
absolutely
preserves.
nothing.
I
Yeah,
guess.
it preserves it longer, but it, like when you de-thaw it, it's the exact same as if you hadn't frozen it. Like,
Yeah.
I will say
it
though,
doesn't
like
affect it at all.
it's funny that I said all that because I do think like out of like McDonald's and Wendy's, I'm definitely taking Wendy's. I think I like Burger King better than Wendy's, but we're gonna get
That
way
is
off
a
track.
hot take.
We need to move on.
No.
I was debating.
Why?
I'm giving it to you. There you go.
That is a hot take.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with,
I mean,
I'm
Wendy's
with
gives some
Brendan.
juicy burgers. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
had Burger King maybe twice in my life, and I've it's been okay.
I-
every
All right,
time.
I
Mr.
literally
Chicken
only
Nugget,
go to
calm
Wendy's
down.
for
I'm
a
sorry,
Frosty.
chicken tender. This
Dude,
guy only eats chicken
nugget-
tenders.
That is not true. I like nuggets and tenders equally.
And tendies. and tendies.
Yeah.
Yeah, tendies.
Oh, gonna need a diaper change, Tendy.
Honestly, though, like let's save these topics because I've had that thought in my head where I
All
want
right.
to just have like the most random show ever where we just like rank this shit.
Zach's
literally have it
hosting
on my
that
list.
show. Zach is hosting
Yo.
that iteration of the show, and I'm making an executive decision on that one.
Yeah, that would be an interesting one. But let's get into our actual topics because
we have to actually talk about sports.
Yeah, we actually got to talk about sports,
man.
specifically NFL. It is an NFL show today, and we're gonna recap the season that was, and then preview the Super. Well, kind of get into the Super Bowl. But the bigger thing is, I have a little game we're gonna play later, with the Super Bowl bets.
Later.
Game. Holy
Yes,
hell.
later. That we will get into shortly. But let's start off with the review of the season. This season's been, I feel like you could say this for any season, but there was a lot of surprises. I feel like this season. I mean, you look at the AFC East, nothing changed there. Obviously, how the fate of the Patriots, was different. But I mean, Baltimore. I mean, look, we doubted. A lot of people doubted them last year. I think they made the playoffs last year, right? Yeah, they did.
Wild card, weren't
They were a wild card. Yeah. This year, I mean, they go 14-2 and just absolutely insane. The struggles of the NFC East. As much right as I got in the NFL preview, I said that the Eagles would go 14-2, I think, and I think I had them winning the Super Bowl. And look, for them, it's the same story. I mean, injuries really caught up to them, but. I mean, the NFC East was just an absolute shit show this year.
That Jerry Jones clip of him watching the Eagles win is one of my favorite things right now. Yeah, it's still very funny. He's like, okay,
and I'm going through the standings right now, and I just have to bring this up because it is funny. What was the Falcons' worst record at what point? Like, weren't they like 1-8 at one point, or something?
The Falcons
or 1-7?
Okay. I'll be honest, like. You were with me when you said this at the beginning of the season. I thought the Falcons were going to be at least a wild card, like at least a wild card team, and they came out and they lost against the Vikings. I wasn't really too mad about that, and then like they beat the Eagles. I was like, all right, that's a pretty solid win because I thought the Eagles were going to be a lot better than 9-7.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people did, and then they lose 6 straight.
Yeah,
so frustrating.
Excuse me.
Well, I was asking that because it's crazy. Like, they finished second in their division, and at one point they were 1-7, and they finished 7-9.
They started 1-7, and they're like, "Oh wait, we gotta try," and then they finished.
Shit.
I mean, it was the bye week that fixed it for them,
which was kind of crazy too, because I had some injuries. Like Calvin Ridley, was out for most of the second half, and I know I'm trying to think. I'm blanking, but I know they had some guys on defense that were out as well. But yeah, I mean that's it was a strong finish for them. Maybe something they can build on for next year. And then you move to the NFC West. Look, I'm not going to pat myself on the back anymore than I have already. But
my job.
But San Fran, 13-3. And now they're playing for a Super Bowl. So crazy, but. I guess overall, what is your guys' biggest surprise of the season, or biggest surprise, or just biggest storyline?
How terrible the NFC East was. That's my biggest thing because I think the NFC East is the most overrated division in football, but I didn't think they were this bad because it was week 15 or 16 where they both. Two teams had 8 wins, and they were still both in the conversation. It's that is, or one had 8 and then one had 7 or something like that. Yeah. And at that point, I was like, okay, this division is a joke.
Yeah, this is why in the NHL when I personally, and I don't know how Bobby feels about this, but I personally in the NHL like the 1-8 playoff format better than the wild card, because in terms of fairness, because it is just the 8 best teams in the conference. That's how it should be. Because you look at the Eagles getting in at 9-7, there was other teams that could have gotten in over them. Yeah, the Rams were also 9-7 as well. You could argue that at times they had a weird season, but you could argue at times they were a better team than them. I mean, Carson Wentz really had. I mean, he was playing with practice squad players out there, and I gotta give a lot of credit to him for what he did. But yeah, I remember times where the NFC East, the winner of the NFC East at points went 8-8 and won the division. And that's absolutely crazy. I remember years where that happened, and that's how, because especially with the Eagles and the Cowboys this year, how do you not look at, you play in the same division as the Giants and the Redskins, how do you not go, okay, we have 4 wins to start the season? Yeah. And you finish 8-8 and 9-7? Come on.
Yeah. That used to be the AFC South where 9 wins would be enough for a division title.
Yeah, it's just really And then you just have these absolute powerhouses. I mean, the NFC North this year was really good, minus the Lions. But the Bears were finished 8-8. But
the Lions.
Better at the end.
So I want to ask a quick question. I'm transitioning into another division, the AFC East.
Yeah, of course you are.
Bob. Well, no, I'm not gonna diss the Patriots, but I am curious. So the Bills, the Buffalo Bills, have all of a sudden started turning into a perennial playoff team, and I'm curious, Bobby, if that worries you at all coming in the next couple seasons.
It all depends on what happens this offseason. That's with Brady,
Mr. Brady.
Yeah, with Mr. Brady, if you will.
Okay.
Because if you watch our Patriots Dynasty video that we posted a couple weeks ago that me and Tyler did, you'll hear my more in-depth opinion about the whole thing. But to sum it up, I don't think he's leaving. Although I'm having people keep asking ooh, we cleaned his suite out in Gillette Stadium. Ooh, we cleaned it out, and so did Giselle. I'm not following these stupid rumor waves right now because every time they try and do that with Brady, it usually ends up being wrong, right?
Right.
So
and go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say at the end of the day, I'm still believing in this team with him around. And, me and Tyler also mentioned there is a young gun quarterback, our third string, that really could kind of be developed if Bill's still there. And I'm not going to say he's going to be the next Brady. Was he from Auburn, right? I'm forgetting his name now.
Jared
of course
Stone.
I am. Yeah, who might have to start getting some reps now, right? Because even if he does come back, he's got, 2 seasons left if he's still doing the I'm playing till 45 thing. So it really depends because I'm worried about the QB situation if he doesn't come back. If he does come back, then the next question is, okay, who's he throwing to? Because right now, he'd better be, his best bet is to throw at the trash can at the end of the sideline because there's really nobody else catching a ball besides Jules, and they keep putting him in spots where he can't make plays. Putting him on the sideline as a big wideout is not a good idea. He's known for being up the middle and getting you the first down or the touchdown. That's the thing. So right. I guess I'm giving a long version to answer your question, but it depends on what happens all season. They are a threat to be taken seriously. After watching them play this season, they are definitely the real deal. If they can stay that way is a whole nother question because Allen can collapse literally at any point. He's still extremely young, but. Right. Yes, it'll be. You might start seeing a little bit more of a competitive East, and it's definitely not coming from the Dolphins. So,
right, and I will say you said that, and another thing too is don't sleep on the Jets either.
No,
because they finished 7-9, which is a little misleading. They a lot like the Falcons. They started 1-7, and then they won their last last 6 out of 8 or something like that. So the AFC East has a real chance to become one of the better divisions in the NFL.
Is there talk about Le'Veon Bell leaving, or is that a fever dream?
No, well, that's a thing. It's kind of crazy because it was the big, at least for the Jets, it was okay, we got our franchise running back, we got our young quarterback. Let
me pull some numbers real quick. Excuse me 1 second.
But yeah, Brendy, to mention the point about the Jets, if you remember, Sam Darnold was out for a lot of the season because of mono, and they went through. I remember, the fucking Patriots again getting a cakewalk. They were playing. I don't know what week it was, but Luke Falk, and if you don't know that name, I don't blame you. But Luke Falk was starting a quarterback for the Jets. I think it was at that point their 4th string quarterback. Or 3rd, either way. Trevor Siemian played, and look, I seen enough of him in Denver to never want to see him play football again. He was starting for them. But yeah, I just want to actually give my take on the Bills real quick. Their defense is, I don't want to say it's underrated because they're definitely valued, but I guess
they're scary.
Yeah, they're really, really good. That secondary is really good, and Josh Allen. A lot of people were saying when he came out of college, this guy's really raw. He's coming out of Wyoming. He's going to take a while, but you can argue he's been.
We were getting mad at our friend who we're in a fantasy league with for picking him for 3 straight weeks and winning with it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say,
Brendy almost lost his mind the whole week.
in my opinion,
wait,
and that
lost
loaded,
my mind for what?
Because our fantasy league, we had our friend picking Josh Allen for like 2 or 3 straight weeks.
Yeah.
And you were getting pissed that she might have won off of him.
I wasn't pissed because of Josh Allen. I was pissed because of her entire lineup. Like
Yeah.
she like was very like
I don't
having
remember that lineup.
very strange combinations where it was like the quarterback for the Bills and then like the running back of the Bengals and then like wide receivers that you've never heard of.
The deep
I'm
picks.
like, yeah, and I'm just like, is she like spending $15,000 on like one dude or something?
Her plays were interesting to say the least, but I'll never forget what you said to me the one week. Your lineup makes me very sad, and you might win. That's what you said one week.
Yeah, I think that's because you had like a quarterback and a running back from the same team or something like that.
I did. I actually do that quite often.
Just to finish my point on the Bills,
Yeah,
though,
sorry.
on Josh Allen. No, it's fine. I mean that class that Josh Allen was in was loaded. You got Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Josh Rosen. Really hasn't worked out with him, but you could argue he's the second best out of that class behind Lamar Jackson so far. Yeah, so I like the Bills going forward. But yeah, you had some stats on the Jets. Did you bring that up?
I wasn't sure how Le'Veon did. I thought it was terrible, and I'm kind of right.
Okay.
He rushed for 789 yards for 3 touchdowns
Yeah, it's really bad.
in 15 games. But
How about his receiving stats?
he had 1 touchdown. He caught for actually 461 yards, but he only got 1 touchdown.
He's a big receiving back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're turning him into kind of utility.
But yeah, I mean, paying that much money, you would hope.
I was gonna
to
say,
get
I'm like,
1,000-yard rusher.
I mean, look, I know your quarterback was out and everything, but really, this is who you're paying
Yeah.
for? Yikes!
Yeah.
Big yikes. Although, come to New England, you'll be pulling the
Yeah.
four running back rotation that we got going on.
I have to ask this question because, just sticking with the AFC East, are we surprised the Dolphins got 5 wins?
No.
I'm surprised who
Okay.
they beat for those 5 wins. I'm not even
Yeah,
talking about
true.
me.
The Eagles, Patriots, like,
Which that win against the Eagles almost screwed the Eagles.
yeah.
That's amazing.
So, I might have said this on a podcast before, or I was either talking to you guys. If the Coach of the Year award was really about the Coach of the Year, not who had the best success or went to the Super Bowl or whatever, like Brian Flores with that roster, with how bad that roster was on paper, to get 5 wins, that like he actually did an incredible job. And not to mention, like, they had some close games too. Like, this team was on at the start of the season. I mean, people were projecting them to have 0 wins. Like, people were like, this is one of the worst teams we've ever seen. Of course, Ryan Fitzpatrick, this guy just doesn't age, I guess. But
I want to name
just had a
drop some of
question
these
on
guys
yeah.
on the roster.
I mean, my boy Devontae Parker.
Randy, he's your boy. You can't even say his name right.
Randy Moss, man.
Oh my
But no, I mean, he certified himself as the number 1 receiver, I think, for the Dolphins, which was crazy because coming into it, that was not the case.
God.
So,
I love this. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Kenyon Drake, Josh Rosen, Isaiah Ford, Devontae Parker, the only notable guy here. Holy shit.
you know how
He caught for 9 touchdowns, by the way.
You know how I knew their lineup was bad? By the end of the season, they had a white running back not named Christian McCaffrey playing. So that was my indication.
That was it for
how
you?
bad their roster. Yeah.
Is that Mark Walton? Is that who that was?
No, it was Laird or something. Patrick Laird, or I don't even know his first name, but yeah.
What the fuck?
Anyway, so
Oh, yeah, there he is.
So I have another joke team to talk about here, and I have a topic in my in my future videos or ideas for the podcast or whatever.
The worst team of all time.
Are the Cleveland Browns the worst franchise of all time?
Absolutely.
But how the fuck did this happen again? As somebody who was a believer this season and thought they were going to see something different, how the fuck did this happen again?
I'll tell you what happened.
Seriously.
Baker Mayfield had his sophomore slump, and this is what happens when you hire a head coach with no experience, who you gave 1 year to, and he's out the door. And each year you're cycling through coaches. I mean,
And who defended his player who hit Mason Rudolph in the head with a helmet.
Yeah, like if
You
I'm
love
like,
to see it, boys.
I don't know if there's any players on the team. I really don't, that qualify for this. But if you're a guy that's been there for 5 years and you're a pretty good player, like, it's got to be so frustrating to see all these coaches go by, all these changes. I know a lot of it looked positive, but then to have these results, like, there's just constant change. They need stability. I don't know if they've ever had stability.
And well, here's the thing, like, for some reason, like, despite how bad the Cleveland Browns are, it seems like every single year they have an amazing offensive line, like best in the league.
Yeah, well, when they had Joe Thomas, that was definitely the case.
The reason I'm bringing them,
shitty quarterback.
I'm also thinking just this season of what's his name, Joel Bitonio, or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah, Joel Bitonio. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he made an All-Pro team. But it seems like it's like they have the best offensive line in the league, and the quarter, like, I will say a lot of the struggles just came from Baker Mayfield himself, and not necessarily him just like being rushed or whatever.
Yeah.
It's I seriously have to question what it exactly is. Is it the quarterback? Is it the coach? Because I will say I didn't really watch a lot of the Cleveland Browns plays, but it does make me wonder.
Did they essentially want to try to find the next McVay, where like they want to get somebody who nobody has heard of before and have them be the next great coach of all time? Is that what they were looking for?
I mean,
honestly, at
this
point,
hire doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, would you have kept Hugh Jackson around?
No, you can't do that.
I'm serious.
It's a good question.
Just because of how much of a disappointment Freddie Kitchens seems like so far.
I mean, Hugh Jackson needed to go. I mean, that was definitely time. You can't possibly keep him around. I want to know who else they interviewed, or at least had the opportunity to talk to besides this.
They seriously needed to bring someone in from the complete outside.
They did.
They also hired somebody this offseason that.
Let me look at that actually.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm forgetting who they actually ended up getting.
I was gonna say, but I'll say this: he's another, like, he's not like a prominent name or anything. And look, I get that maybe you're trying to find a diamond in the rough or whatever, but like, I think it's another guy with no coaching experience. But he was a coordinator.
Here's the funny thing: Washington, who is a team that it's going to take a while for them to start seeing some upside, like from a player perspective. The Browns have the weapons, not for nothing.
Yeah.
The upside can happen next season. All they needed was a good coach. How did Washington score two of the better coaches that are working together now? Because they got the former Broncos defensive coordinator and the former Panthers coach. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
are they just not asking anybody?
All right, I got a list of people here. So, all right, I'll start from the top. Number one, this is not a surprise. Josh McDaniels, Patriots offensive coordinator.
Not surprised by that one at all. Although he might bail like he did on the Colts.
Honestly, has Josh McDaniels been interviewed by every NFL team
at this point? Yeah,
it's so sad. Too, he was the Broncos he was the Broncos head coach, and they let him go so soon.
Oh yeah,
right.
He's turned out to be one of the best offensive coordinators.
Interviewed with the Browns, and then let's see, Kevin Stefanski, offensive coordinator for the Vikings. Kind of questionable. If there was
the job, by the way.
What's that?
They hired Kevin Stefanski, by the way.
Oh, did they?
That's who they ended up with.
This is kind of an old article, so correct me if something is outdated. Jim Schwartz, Eagles defensive coordinator. It makes sense. Brian Daboll.
Duval? Saxonville.
Bills offensive coordinator.
Ooh.
Robert Saleh, 49ers defensive coordinator.
Yeah, that guy.
I know him.
He's been a beast with them this year.
Yes, he has.
Forgive me if I'm pronouncing this one wrong. Eric Bieniemy, Chiefs offensive coordinator.
Yeah. I forget how to pronounce his name actually.
Apparently, he's worked under Andy Reid for a while.
So we can't manage a play clock.
I don't know, man. Greg Roman, Ravens offensive coordinator. That would be a good hire.
Like, look at like all these names, and
they
look,
don't
no
get
disrespect to Kevin
hired?
Stefanski,
Oh my
but
god!
yeah, I feel
And
like
then-
there's bigger names.
And then this last one I know has already been hired. Mike McCarthy.
Oh my god! So they
For
did
Dallas,
have him.
yeah.
Yes.
Look, I mean-
look, I don't know who he agreed to. He might have agreed with the Redskins, like not.
Yeah, those are all the people that he's that was interviewed for
Holy shit.
this upcoming season.
Dude.
So yeah, Kevin Stefanski, kind of how you were talking about Bobby, like maybe looking for there's a trend in the NFL now with these young guys. He's 37. He was an offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, as Brendy said. 18th full-time head coach for the Browns, and
How
this
many in the
is
past
obviously after
5
they came
seasons?
back.
3, 4?
Yeah, 3. I think 3. Yeah. They had Hugh Jackson and then Freddie Kitchens
God.
and now him.
So
So
I think the funnier things about Hugh Jackson are what he was supposed to be afterwards when he got fired, where he was essentially like assistant to the assistant regional manager. Essentially, is what they gave him for a little bit there. I don't know if that's still what he's doing, but oh, dude, that's funny. Oh, it's so funny.
I just feel like every year we talk. Well, I shouldn't say every year. There's a lot of hype around the Browns this year.
Browns,
like
I'm
I said,
sorry.
I
I gave you guys the benefit of the doubt this season. I gave you guys the playoff spot, and you took it and you just swallowed it whole like it was just some fucking freebie. Now you're not getting any more freebies from me. I'm predicting you own 16 when we do our predictions next time.
Now, Bobby, I will say, like, after you made that prediction, I was like, okay, like that's actually kind of like not a terrible prediction, because I was like, look, you know, Baker Mayfield his first season had like a decent season.
Yes.
And then
They got more weapons.
They got more weapons. They upgraded, and like I didn't have them in a playoff spot because I was like, oh, they're the Browns. They're gonna fucking brown until they stop browning.
Which is also
Yeah,
not a bad
exactly.
prediction.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I am. It was the same thing with the Patriots. I'm like, I refuse to pick against the Patriots until they show me why I should pick against the Patriots.
Well, let me ask.
Right.
Do you, depending on this offseason, obviously, are you ready to pick against them now?
Who
Well,
are the
the
Browns
only-
or the Patriots?
The Patriots.
the only team, in my opinion, so the only team I think could take the AFC East over the Patriots
It's the Bills.
would be the Bills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I don't think the Jets are ready. I think the Jets could contend for a wild card.
I think
but
Jets
that's
are
it.
building still. They're not quite there, but they will be.
Yeah, it's the way the offense struggled this year. I mean, even under Brady, you would assume it would get worse if it wasn't Brady. But even if Tom is the quarterback next year, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they work, because as we talked about numerous times, I mean, their defense was ridiculously good to start the season and continued that, but their offense just never picked it up. and
Taking the
that-
time to reiterate my position on how the Patriots defense was ranked this year. It was not.
Yeah. Well,
it was not
we talked
accurate.
about that. Yeah. Rounding out the AFC North, I just want to quickly touch on Cincinnati. Brendy, there's no way they don't take Joe Burrow, right? Like, they can't fuck this up, right? They can't do it.
Yeah, you know, if you had asked me at obviously at the beginning of the season, we were all saying tank for Tua, and
Yeah.
as the college football season went on, like I told you, I was like, dude, I've been watching a lot of Alabama football, and I was like, I'm not a believer in Tua.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was just me, because like everyone, like I will say, if Tua was somehow able to declare last season, he would have gone number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how much hype he had. But
Yeah.
it this year, it's definitely Joe Burrow, and I don't think there's any question.
But here's the question I have: will they start him? That's what I'm worried about.
I think.
Yeah,
I know
But we say that, but Dalton is still there.
I was about to say, I don't know if I agree with. Okay, so I do think that the Bengals will start Burrow, but the thing is, recently, the top 5 picks or the last few drafts, it has not been a guarantee they will start.
No,
and I think that's been kind of a mistake.
I don't know if they're we still believe in Dalton. Let's give him another
based on-
season to prove it, and we'll use Burrow as a.
I did not watch a lot of the Bengals
You don't need to.
this season. I mean, mainly because like, why would I watch the fucking Bengals?
I'm pulling up some numbers.
But yeah, give me some numbers because I am curious. Like,
Alright.
did Andy Dalton just really have like a terrible season, or was it just like everything around him sucked?
He didn't
He didn't have
play
AJ.
for a few games because they were starting Ryan Finley, who he did not look good.
All right.
so
So-
I think they're over it.
He started 13 games. Okay.
Okay.
Playing 13. He threw for 3,494 yards, which is actually like 1,000 more than last season.
Okay.
Believe it or not. Threw for 16 touchdowns,
Okay,
but he threw
not good.
14 interceptions.
Okay, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no,
Okay, so
that
he did
is
not have a good season.
no. And that's funny. That's not even his highest.
I believe it.
Ta-
Okay, so yeah,
Wait,
you
I'm
guys-
sorry. Real quick, I do want to ask. Take a guess at what his highest season interception count was, and ask me when that, or like figure out when that was.
Ooh, okay.
21, 2016.
Okay.
I will say 20. I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna say 28, 2014.
So it was 20 even, and it was in
Okay.
2013.
Okay.
And I want to say that that span 2012, 2013, 2014 were his three worst years in terms of interceptions. He threw 16, 20, and 17 respectively, and then decided that he was actually a quarterback the following year.
Look,
Get
I've
rid of this
watched-
fucking guy.
Like I bring back all the time. I've watched enough Broncos football since Manning retired, and since our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Drew Lock, has come in. And turnovers.
Wait, I thought
can-
Case Keenum was your Lord and
Yeah,
Savior.
Case
turnovers
Keenum brought you
can
guys to a
literally
Super
ruin a
Bowl.
team. Literally can ruin a team. I mean, our defense was unbelievable, but when they're starting on their own 25 time and time again, there's not much you can do about it. So yeah, I just had to ask. I mean, Cincinnati, you can't fuck this up.
Can't
I
believe.
know Chase Young looks like he could be a generational talent, this and that, blah blah blah. But Joe Burrow could as well. And
He looks
quarterback's
good.
The most
He
quarterback
looks
is,
good.
The most important position on the
Okay,
field.
so I will say I think so. Joe Burrow is I think we can all agree is going number one. I think Chase Young is the better athlete.
Yeah,
I think he's the better prospect.
But I guess
Like, yeah, that's what
do you need a guy like him, or do you need a guy like Joe Burrow? Because Joe Burrow is actually kind of the traditional quarterback. It seems like.
Okay, so why don't you bring up the the leader, or not the leader? What am I talking about? Bring up the defensive stats for the Bengals. I want to know how many sacks they got this season. Like in relative, like
sacks
were they,
this
like-
season?
yeah, like were they ranked like middle of the pack, or like were they dead last, or what?
I mean, their defense sucked.
Wait,
So
Oh yeah, so that's why I'm curious.
Wait, I need to make sure I'm reading this right. Wait,
do I need to get on the case?
that can't be.
Hang on,
How is this possible? Hold on,
I'm gonna
here.
look some stuff
Oh
up too.
no, okay. I was still on Andy Dalton's page. I thought I switched
Oh,
because it said they've had no sacks in the past 7 years. Oh well, like yeah, no shit. All right, hold on. So defensive fumbles they've had as of this season. They had 31 sacks, I believe.
Okay, sorry, and I'm
I need to see.
I'm
they
trying
need
to
tell me.
find stats all over the place.
Yeah, I'm using Football Reference currently.
Okay.
But the problem is they're terrible when listing defenses. I don't know why they're, because they give me all the players, but I just want to know how they did in like the past ever. Honestly, with the amount of sacks, but I don't know where to find that. So
yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, their
There we go.
defense does need work. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's you can't you have to take the guy that has the most control on the field. So,
and it's Joe Burrow. Like, I mean, I think he's gonna be fun to watch. When he gets in here, I swear to
And you
God, if they
mentioned
don't start him, I'm gonna shoot myself. I don't know how.
And you mentioned something, Bobby. Burrow is like a very traditional quarterback. Like he's a He's, to me, the complete package because not only can he stand in the pocket and make really good throws and make very accurate throws, but something that's like really valued, in my eyes at least, when watching football is the guys who know when to run and how to run as a quarterback.
But he's not. But he's also not the best runner, which is what kind of going off the trend.
He's not the best, but he's
he can do
damn good.
He can he can do it. It's just like look. The big reason why Lamar had a great season was because he knew when to run and could also run. Like there was, he was getting running back things.
Lamar is, I know people joke about him being a running back, but yeah, I mean, like the way he runs is like that. I mean, Joe Burrow runs like a quarterback, but he's so smart to avoid the sack, and even if it's like a 3-yard gain, he avoided the sack, puts him in manageable field position. Like that's my biggest takeaway on Joe Burrow is his IQ and just knowing, the pressure in the pocket and stuff like that is the big thing for me. Why I think he's going to succeed in the league, but. Man, Brendy, you mentioned it. I mean, Tua, I know he had the injuries this year, but, everybody was tank for Tua, and, like, he should still be a first-round pick, but, like, I've seen some drafts have him, like, go, like, mid-first round.
No, so most of the draft boards I'm seeing have him going, like, still top 5. I will say, the thing that really did it for me, or, like, that kind of, I was like, okay, not really sold on Tua, was when they played Tennessee. Because, like, for a lot of that game, like, keep in mind, I am a very, like, unoptimistic Tennessee fan. I'm like, all right, well, here we fucking go. But when they played Alabama, it was, like, at halftime, and I was like, oh, my God, Tennessee could actually win this game. Because Tua, like, was not his usual, like he was not throwing his usual dimes, like he was just not performing well, and I was like, okay, look, Tua, like maybe it's just one game, and then I started, I watched the LSU game, and I was like, dude, like, that game ended 41-46.
That was such a good game.
Yeah, it was. But that wasn't necessarily a game of like stellar quarter. Like that was a game of just no defense. Like that's all I could say about that.
Yeah.
And then of course they ended up losing to Auburn, another good game, and then they beat Michigan.
Thanks.
Just had to add that in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tua didn't even play in that game. Come on.
But anyway, so like it was from that point on, I was like, you know what? I'm taking Burrow.
Yeah, like I said,
So,
Bengals don't fuck this up.
Is it gonna be tank for Trevor next season?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence probably the number one. I mean,
Early prediction. Early prediction.
Yeah, you would assume he's the number one, and Justin Fields up there as well. But yeah, it's crazy year for
Bengals.
Burrow. I just have a quick question. How did you? I feel like Bobby, you would have more of an opinion on this, I guess. But like after the national championship game, like Burrow was like sitting there smoking a cigar, and like people are kind of getting on him for that. Like, I don't know. Yeah,
fucking baller.
Yeah, like
do you not know that there was a time where most athletes, when they be done playing their game, that they go in a locker room and smoke cigarettes and drink beer? Do people forget that this happened?
Yeah,
dude, look, you can do whatever the hell you want. Smoking is legal. I don't care.
I mean, obviously, there was a lot of
do
drama
whatever you want
because fucking Odell was literally out there handing wads of cash to LSU.
Dude, it was funny as shit. But like the cigar thing, I didn't get the controversy for it because it was like, I mean, not to say that it's good for you, but out of the things that you could be smoking, like cigarettes are 10 times worse than a cigar.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The cigar is a celebratory thing. It's almost like having a drink, really.
I heard Zach's mic come on. What do you gotta say, bud?
Yeah.
Just unmute again.
I know, but every time I hear it, and I'm like, oh, he has something to say.
Yeah, hear the unmute button. Zach is ready to bring in the hot takes. Bro, I'm ready. You smoke cigars, Zach?
I have.
Thoughts?
I mean, they don't smell as bad as cigarettes. That's for sure.
That's true.
I don't know. really understand why it was even made a big deal that they were smoking cigars in the locker room.
Because people like to make a big deal out of
unless there's like
anything.
specific rules that say like they're not supposed to be smoking in the locker room, which I'm sure there is. But
the NCAA is looking at him like.
also, I just won a national championship, so eat my fucking ass.
And he's also
is all
like-
I got to say.
He's also sitting there like, hey, NCAA, I'm not with y'all anymore. I'm going to the
I'll
fucking
be
draft,
making,
bitch.
I'll be making $20 million next year. So.
Yeah, fuck you, bud. You don't even pay your athletes, bitch ass.
But no, I just had. Sorry, I'm like going away from my mic as I'm talking. Yeah, I had to bring that up because that was some dumb shit and what Odell
Boss
did.
makes a dollar, I make a dime. That's why I smoke cigars on company time.
Jesus Christ. Fuck you, man.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of my next team, and I'm scrolling through the
Well,
list. and
let me.
I'm,
Can I
Go
step ahead?
yes,
I think
sir.
the biggest surprise was the Titans. And
Oh
Tannehill.
yeah, that's who I wanted to talk about. Yes. Yeah.
Tannehill.
It's I think I don't know.
Tannehill. That was the quarterback.
I think I was talking to Brendy, and it's kind of bittersweet for like for me because the game that Tannehill started playing was the game against the Broncos because the Broncos were playing the Titans so well. I think they held them to a shutout and like into the fourth quarter. Mariota sucked. In comes Tannehill, and the Broncos ended up winning that game. But from that point, I mean, him and I mean Derrick Henry really
My
being the guy.
God.
I mean Derrick Henry, it's like tackling a Mack truck.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you know?
I didn't get a chance to watch him at all like during the regular season, but I watched him in the playoffs, and I'm sitting there like, okay, he's like 6'7" and is big and fast. He's like the more agile Gronk is what he really is, and it's scary. Like
Right.
nobody wants to touch him. Like holy shit! How the hell do you find a running back like that?
I don't know. I've talked before about his high school numbers. I mean,
God damn,
they're
bruh.
ridiculous.
Holy
He had
shit, man.
55 touchdowns this senior season.
He had how many?
That's all you need to know. 55 touchdowns this senior season in high school.
So that's how long's a high school season typically? Is it 16 games?
Like
No, it can't be.
no, like 12 games.
Okay, so if he scored 55 touchdowns in 12 games,
He was scoring like.
what's
40.
that average?
I don't know what the average was, but
That's
I looked at it.
12, 24, 36,
he had
48.
some games. I think his highest was one game. He had 8 touchdowns.
Well, I was gonna say that's somewhere between 4 and 5 touchdowns per game. That's what that is.
That's crazy.
Holy shit,
But
that's crazy.
But yeah,
dog.
no, that is. I mean, Tennessee coming in and beating the Patriots in Gillette, something that a team
It doesn't
hasn't
happen.
done in a while.
It doesn't
And then,
happen.
I mean, they handled. Quite honestly, I mean, they handled a 14-2 team with a quarterback that nobody had an answer for. Kind of insane. So yeah, big props to the Titans. Running through this list, I kind of was looking at the Raiders, and I only thought about the Raiders because number one, it's going to be weird calling them the Las Vegas, Raiders next year, and number two, it reminded me of our good old friend Antonio Brown.
Oh yeah, let's check up on him. How's he doing? I actually haven't knocked on his door in a while. I actually wanted to borrow some peanut butter
the
from
other
him.
day. So apparently he got like one of those ankle monitors, and he got home arrest. But then because he's a football player, the judge ruled that he doesn't have to do that anymore. So he just basically has to check in with somebody every day, and that's his punishment. Isn't that crazy?
Can we listen to one of his rap tracks? Did you hear that
Wait
one?
a second. No.
You stand by. Keep going.
Yeah, I've never. I don't even know what you're talking about. But
dude, I'm sorry for what I'm about to show you.
I know Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah,
used
no,
to rap.
Antonio Brown has also pursued a rap career. Hold on.
Vontaze Perfect, what have you done to this man? Oh no.
I can't, man. It's 2 minutes long. What on earth? All right, hold on.
I was gonna
That's
say,
just
if you can
short
play
as
a
hell.
Snippet though.
I'm working on it. Yeah,
Although
keep going.
YouTube-
You gotta keep talking for me. I'll be right
Yeah,
here.
no,
with
I
it.
was gonna say, although YouTube might have a fit with that.
I don't give a fuck at this point. YouTube can kiss my ass.
Go fuck
bro.
yourself.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait, I don't even have the sound pad up. Wait.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
But no, talking about the AFC
Fucking
West
hell.
real quick. I mean, it was kind of sort of how you would think. I mean, Kansas City wins the division. My Broncos having a hell of a second half when they finally played a quarterback who likes to not stand in the pocket for 55 seconds and take sacks.
Who likes to play football.
Joe Flacco, I don't want to see you anywhere near Mile High. You can come back to Autobahn, bud. So yeah, but the Raiders there at 7-9. It's just funny because it was very frustrating. Like the Raiders at times were like they almost made the fucking playoffs. Like it was just so annoying, man. You have that clip yet, or do I have to continue?
Keep going. I'm almost there. You just gotta.
All right.
It's this thing is being terrible. But
Brendy, then I have a question.
Play it.
I have a question for you then. Out of the whole league, what was the team that did really bad this year that you think is gonna bounce back and do good next year?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yes, it is. That's what I do. For me, I'm looking at the standings. The LA Chargers at 5-11 is.
No, I'm not gonna pick the Chargers.
I know you, but
honestly, for me, it'll probably be. The funny thing is like the team that jumps out to me the most is the Falcons, but I don't want to say the Falcons because I don't want to be biased.
I think that's a good pick. Yeah, I do. If Matt Ryan doesn't regress tremendously or anything, which I don't think he will, like and they can stay healthy, I think that would be a good pick, especially with the Saints are the Saints, but Tampa sucks and Carolina sucks too, so
yeah, I would probably so I'd probably go with either the Falcons or the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams too as well. The Rams, unfortunate for them, just got stuck in an unbelievable division. They went 9-7 and were the third place team in the division. It was a tough situation for them, but yeah.
Hey boys,
what you got it up?
So before I start this, take a guess what the like to dislike ratio is on this fucking track.
It's gotta be like
I guess like 1 like to 3 dislikes.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say like 1 to 3 or 1 to 4.
You're close. So the likes were 8K and the downvotes were 20K.
Okay.
Wow. I thought that was gonna be a lot more.
All right.
Well.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
No.
Here we go.
I just want to say there's no way he was
Let me
cut
put a
out.
little raise in.
Whole lot of money, whole lot of money, got a whole lot of money, whole lot of money, I got a whole lot of money, whole lot of money, got a whole lot of money. You can't hold nothing from me.
He literally just says that the entire.
Okay, so like, wasn't there some sort of like article that came out like last week that said like Antonio Brown is like getting like a mental health check by like a doctor or something?
Oh
Yeah,
yo,
because everybody fucking dropped him.
No, here's the thing. Okay, people joke about this,
He's
but that guy has legitimate problems.
He does.
Like, not to mention like he got like a battery, right? Like that's why you went
Yes,
to jail.
because he stiffs people with money, which is hilarious to me. Something about how this guy brought him something like that he ordered or something and refused to pay him like the $4,000 fee that was actually there. So the guy went back to his truck and him and his like trainer came out and beat the shit out of him. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like I say that because like he's literally a danger.
Yeah.
To like himself and other people. Like,
look, let's
this guy
not be.
needs help.
We've talked about him 100 times, and I know we don't want to spend too much time on him, but let's just get this straight. Let's not be hypocrites. We advocated for Bell Let's Talk at the beginning of this podcast, right?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
This guy needs help, but he's
Bell
doing
Let's Talk,
some
get this man help.
funny but weird and just over the top shit. We're not making fun of the man. We know he needs help, but man, the shit he does is just so out of left field. Like, what the fuck am I listening to, man?
I need to get this straight. I am
Are you
not
kidding
making
me?
fun of him.
No.
I legitimately mean
The shit he's doing is funny.
Like it's literally dumb. And
You
I know
knew-
a lot of people joke about CTE as well. Like,
But
okay, this guy is clearly not. There's clearly something wrong with him. Like, I know it's all jokes and this and that, but it is serious.
If his agent dropped, like his agent dropped him recently, so it was like you knew what if he dropped him, the guy who defended him through all of this bullshit beforehand.
Yeah.
Like now, you see what he said about his father? By the way, you see that recently?
Who, AB?
Yes.
No.
No. AD. AB. Yes.
Well, I thought you meant you're talking about the trainer. Fuck
No,
you.
sorry, but like so his father was concerned something about him needing help in this, that, and the other thing, and apparently his father has like 9 kids, and like so he went off and was like, I make a lot of money while he's still working he tagged UPS at UPS. Has bought a Rolex for his broke ass, something like that. It's fucking dude. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's his father, man.
God.
Holy shit. All right. Let's get away from this negativity ass. Fucking get help, dude.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that kind of rounds out everything.
Whole lot of money.
I guess
whole lot of money.
My other question for this, and I know we haven't even played the Super Bowl, but looking at next year, like, who would be like this far and away Super Bowl pick for you guys? Like, just looking now.
Far and away?
I'm saying just like now. I'm not saying like out of left field. I'm just saying like who would you have in there next year?
Ravens have to.
I don't know. I can't say the Ravens because like I feel like every year like there's one team where it's like people like almost guarantee that are going to be in the Super Bowl next year, and then like we have the Chiefs and the 49ers where I don't think the majority of people had either of those teams, and the
Chiefs.
Some people definitely had the Chiefs.
Oh, okay, the Chiefs, yes. 49ers, no.
I'll say this.
Except your boy.
I'll say this. The only reason the Ravens didn't make the Super Bowl this year was that they lost to an extremely hot team. That was it.
Yeah.
That was literally it.
With a guy who, I mean, just could not stop.
Like
running.
no one could tell me otherwise. That was the only reason they did not make it. Anyway,
I'm gonna for the Super Bowl. Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna say, I feel like if there's gonna be a surprise team, it's probably gonna come from the AFC more than anything. Because I don't know. It's I don't know. Part of me does not want to expect that it's gonna be the Ravens or the Chiefs. But
Right.
Okay, so let's see. My NFC team, I'd probably go with. Oh man, I'll say the Rams.
Okay.
For
Bounce
NFC,
back.
and then AFC, I'll put a surprise team in there, and I'll say. I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the fucking. I'm looking at the stand. This is tough, man. God damn.
AFC was something else this season.
I'll say it's gonna be the Rams versus the Texans.
No, it's funny. Yeah, I was thinking the Texans as well, and this would be my far and away. Like, if it came down to it, if like I was making a bet, I'd probably go. I might say the Chiefs again. But yeah, I think the Texans. I mean, Deshaun Watson is an absolute baller. I think like that would be a surprise team for me. AFC, Houston Texans, and the NFC. I agree with you. It's kind of I don't really see a lot of a difference with the NFC, but with the NFC, I wouldn't be surprised if New Orleans finally gets over the hump.
Nope, they had their chance.
So bad.
Also Green Bay as well. I think Green Bay could make some noise.
No, they can't.
But yeah, let's we'll wrap.
You didn't ask me my NFC team, you dope.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you answered. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, he doesn't give a fuck about me, man.
I mean,
I go away to college and it's like he forgets I exist. You're a fucker.
Mean, I know it's gonna be a hot take anyway, so I'm just like,
no, it's really not.
Okay, what do you got then?
Saints.
Okay, and who was your AFC team? Oh, the Ravens.
Fucking, he doesn't even remember what I said before. Brendy, do you hear this? Do you hear this?
Look,
you see this fuckhead?
You're asking me who like, and I routinely, miss. I routinely like
don't remember anything
and can't finish a sentence.
Yeah,
yeah. They call me Finbar Calamitous.
What?
It's a Jimmy Neutron reference.
That's a deep Jimmy Neutron reference. I don't even remember that one.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm really excited for my Super Bowl bets, but first we got to go to In Case You Missed It. So let's do that.
Oh my god, you need to stop getting better at the transitions. I'm not. I wasn't even close.
He said he was wrapping it up, so you should have been ready.
Don't ever tell me when or I should not be ready. I'm pushing the buttons.
Okay, you know when you should be ready.
Fuck
though.
you,
Okay.
man. Go.
So this is a little bit more Super Bowl talk, but this is actually kind of an interesting topic I figured we could all discuss. So a few hours ago, SB Nation sent out a tweet, and they asked the question: if the concert, like the halftime concert for the Super Bowl, was eliminated, what would you want to see as a Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh, that's a good question.
Strippers.
Infinite.
So let me read some of this. I'll let you guys think, but I want to read some of these replies. Some guys said the two worst teams in the league should take the field and play the overtime roles to determine who gets the first pick in the draft. Let's see. There's someone said a mascot game, like where just have a bunch of mascots doing shit.
Literally
some guy
trucks.
Some guy responded and just said Red Panda. I don't know what the hell that means.
Panda.
Like I'm all for a Red Panda halftime show, but
yes, it's just this woman just walks out with a red panda, waves, and then just leaves. That's literally it.
Have you guys seen that video where that dog made like a 90-yard frisbee catch?
Yes.
Someone said they should have like a frisbee contest or something like that.
They should just move the dog bowl to the halftime show.
That was my first thought.
There was someone said dodgeball.
I love that.
And then
they should bring out all the fired coaches and they play in a dodgeball tournament.
And then this last one says WrestleMania. So
yes.
There you go.
All right. I'm peeking the hell out of audacity. If I sound a little off today.
So what are some ideas of a new Super Bowl halftime show would you guys suggest?
So Bobby, you're gonna have to help me out with this because I kind of forget some things about this. You'll understand what I'm talking about in a second.
All right.
Me and Bobby used to play this game that we had. I don't even know where you got it from or whatever, but essentially it was a football field, had field goal post, and they had electronic cars with football helmets on them, and you'd play football, right?
Tyler, you're not going to believe me. There's a professional league for that now.
I've seen it, yes. I have seen it. And I don't know what it's called, but essentially, yeah, it's cars that are remote control that you play football with. And they should do it with real cars. And
I'm finding it's what is it called?
You know, I forget.
RC,
it was like
RC remote control football or something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
And there would be like little pieces of Velcro at the front that you would attach the ball to. Yeah. And you'd have to run a certain distance. And it got stupid when we first started because it was like we would line up right in front of each other and it's like, okay, hike, and then Tyler tackles me, which is essentially running into the RC car. So I have him start 10 yards back and he would just have to just full speed ram me to try and get me off the field. But yes, so it would be essentially just watching two guys play something like foosball during the halftime show. That's essentially where we're at this point.
Yeah, that was.
And
like
it's better than who they have singing. So I mean,
that was one of my favorite games you ever had, and I don't know what ever happened to it.
It's probably buried somewhere. Honestly,
bro, like it was.
Dude,
so
imagine
fun.
if they did something like just completely tone deaf. Like,
what, really? These artists aren't tone deaf to you?
No, I'm just like they just pick some like hardcore band from New York or something.
It's Infant Annihilator or Cannibal Corpse.
Fans, get the fuck up!
I want everyone on the stage.
Open it up! Open it up!
this shit up!
Bro, you just peaked audacity so hard.
Oh, dude, there's
People
just
are
one
like-
big blob of blue in the middle of my recording. I love it.
People are moshing in the stands, like falling
Bruh.
down the stadium.
Yo, people are falling out of the nosebleeds and shit. I'm with Zach on this one.
There's like unconscious people laying on the field at the start of the next half.
Yep.
I do like the suggestion before though. The puppy ball would be kind of cool on that. But
Puppy ball.
What about something like a hot sauce drinking contest? Would you do that, Zach?
Oh, Zach would be first in line. You kidding me?
Hell yeah.
Fucking as soon as he comes back to Atlanta, he's like, yo, bitch, sign me up. You know what act would be cool? You ever seen videos of the Rockin' 100 was it Rockin' 100 or Rockin' 1000?
Yes.
Does everybody know what I'm talking about?
No, but
So
continue.
it's essentially like let me look it up so I make sure I know what I'm talking about. But they're this like music group, I guess, that there's like 1,000 musicians and they all play songs, but it sounds really cool because there's like 500 drummers, like 300 guitarists, like 200 singers and a few bass players and some like random saxophone guy. But they're good. And they could fill essentially the football field, so I think they could make like a really cool like spectacle out of it, like a la like the Olympics, the opening ceremony. I think that'd be a cool one. I'm trying to think of a more. What would be the most entertaining one? I'm trying to think. The Puppy Bowl. I like the hardcore idea, Zach. I'm so on board with that. It's not even funny. I want to see people who bought like $5,000 tickets to be on the field for the halftime show without knowing who's gonna come on, and here comes Knocked Loose, Code Orange, Incendiary.
How about just jousting? You know, just real jousting.
Polo.
Wait, no, better idea. Can we bring out the medical carts and they joust?
Oh yes, that's a great idea.
And whoever wins gets like their team gets like a safety. Before the next drive, like 2 points.
I need to ask something that I don't know why it bothers me so fucking much, but it does. I'm not just talking for the Super Bowl, but any concert really that's televised on TV, like for sporting events. Like, how do you guys feel about the people that they have like around the stage to look like everybody's all excited, they're waving their phones and all, and then they pan out and like all the whole stadium's like on their phones not caring, but they have these select group of hired people that they just throw up there to make it look like they're going crazy.
Are they hired or were they actually people who are like, yo, fuck this, let's go?
I mean, probably. Like, it's not hired, I guess, but like they just bring them up. And I love those pictures. Like, zoomed out is they like cover like a quarter, like a sixth of the field,
right?
And then and then nobody cares except like these fake ass people. Like, that drives me insane how fake they are.
I mean, these halftime shows haven't been good for a long time. Literally, the past headline was fucking like Left Shark or whatever that was a few years back.
Well, who was it
was Travis Scott featuring a tease of Sweet Victory. That's what it was. And Maroon 5, you definitely could tell that Adam Levine did not care to be up there. Just look at his face. I love the one comment someone made about him. They took a picture of him or like a screenshot or whatever and posted on Twitter, and you're like, you know, every single one of those tattoos were girls will probably dig this. Because it's just like, it's not, there's nothing coherent about any of his tattoos. They're just all these like, he's like a human flash sheet. You know what I mean? Like just a bunch of random shit for no reason. It's weird.
All right.
Real quick, I just want to end with, Zach, you saying like the NFL being tone deaf. Yeah, like the fucking people they've had
fucking
over
boomers
the past few years.
Yeah, it's like always at least 5 years too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to see like Migos or something.
It's literally,
dude, if they don't bring out Lil Nas X at the Super Bowl this year, like
bruh.
Like, isn't it like Jennifer Lopez this year? Like,
isn't Jay like? Hold on, what's the Brendy did say what the halftime show was?
Yeah, it's J-Lo.
Is it?
If Old Town Road doesn't get played by Lil Nas X live at the Super Bowl this year, like
it's also
it's going to solidify the fact that the NFL is completely tone deaf.
Yeah,
it's also Shakira, by the way.
Oh my god,
that's a name. That's a
name.
name.
Jennifer Lopez and Shakira.
I know. Like
that's a name I haven't heard that name since I've been born.
Shakira.
Who.
Who's wanting these people, dude? Like, let's see Metallica. Like,
I don't.
Dude, bruh. I'm in on Metallica.
Fuck, man.
I like the medical jousting idea. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that one. Let's go with that.
All right,
Zamboni chicken.
So, all right, let's calm Bobby down a little bit. Okay.
Chicken. What the fuck?
So, a lot of times when I bring up In Case You Missed It, I bring up like best like video games or best moments in sports or something like that. So I found this list on the Ranker.
It's another list.
Well, okay, I'm not gonna have you guys play a game, but I'm gonna ask you guys a question. What is the worst video game console you've ever played on?
The worst video game console I've ever played on.
Yes.
My PC.
Like your current one?
Yeah. I tried to play. Brendy, you remember this? We had a certain British friend who would make fun of me because I had a Windows Vista PC for a while, like 5 years too late.
Dude, I made fun of you for that too.
LOL Vista.
Yeah, LOL Vista. That was our
That was a joke.
our little theme.
I tried to play Counter-Strike on that, it didn't work.
Yeah, so I'm going back and thinking of every console I've ever played on. I think the worst I've ever had was my original Nintendo DS, like the original like thick ones.
Yeah.
And
See, it's hard for me because like that was like memories for me though. You know what I mean?
Okay, I will say, they've listed 10 different consoles that most of which I haven't even heard of, but like it's mainly because they failed. So I'll name some of these consoles and I'll ask if you guys have heard of them. If you guys haven't heard of this one, I'm surprised. The Ouya, have you heard of that?
Yeah.
No,
when was that? I forget when that was.
So this was in 2012, and I specifically remember when the Kickstarter campaign went active or like went live. So let me give you guys some background on the Ouya. When the Kickstarter was announced, the premise of the Ouya was that every single game on there was free.
That sounded like a great business model.
Yes, great business model. And obviously, when they announced that, like a lot of questions, like, okay, what do you like mean by free games?
Yeah.
And of course, they stretched the truth. Basically, what free games meant was every game had to have a free demo.
Ooh. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and then like closer to the launch of the Ouya, Ouya basically announced that games no longer needed free demos, so they kind of just lied about that.
Names a console Ouya,
listen,
by the way.
Ouya, you pulled a full EA. Holy shit! What are you doing?
So I've watched plenty of YouTube videos about the Ouya, and basically what the Ouya looks like when you load it up, it kind of just looks like miniclip.com. Like that's basically the kind of games you're playing.
Is Miniclip still alive?
Yeah, I think so because they're owned. Aren't they owned by like?
So who bought them? Someone bought them. Fuck.
I remember Nickelodeon bought a gaming website, but I don't think it was Miniclip.
Nickelodeon had their own gaming website for a while. Anyway,
I think they bought Addicting Games. That might be it.
Oh, I remember. I had a childhood friend who would always want to do weekly series of the air hockey on that website. So I'd have to get on at 7:00 every night.
But yeah, Miniclip is still up. I remember I had a SAT prep class, and during our breaks, we would always play 8-ball pool on there.
Yep. And now look at it; it's built into your iPhone.
Yeah, I mean that is the show of Miniclip. But I will say I grew up playing Miniclip.
Same.
But the Ouya basically flopped because the games on there were god awful. And they were all like player made, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to.
So it sounds like it's an open source system that allowed people to, like, indie developers to essentially make games exclusively for it, whereas they needed bigger name companies to probably help sell the console, but they wouldn't let them do that because they'd probably have to sell their game for free. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, and I actually just realized I should probably post some pictures for you guys of these consoles.
That would be preferred.
So you guys know how Nokia is like one of those, like it's kind of memed where like it's impossible to break a Nokia.
It's not. I've done it.
I'm sure you have.
I fell off my bike.
What if
that was?
What if
you were there?
What if I told
Bobby
you?
can break an unbreakable phone just like he can sink an unsinkable car.
What if I told you?
Go fuck yourself. Go ahead, Brendy.
What if I told you that Nokia made a handheld console?
Was it a rock?
Look at this. It's in the podcast chat. Look at that.
Excuse me? Hold on, folks. I'm getting you the video.
So let me while you
Nokia pet rock.
So while you pull it up, I'm gonna read this
Here you go,
this
Twitch.
paragraph.
Holy
It says,
shit.
back in 2003, Nokia correctly predicted a huge portion of the gaming industry would move to mobile phones.
Fuck does it have?
Hoping to, can I fucking finish?
Sorry,
Hoping
go.
to lure players away from their Game Boys, the company tried to combine a handheld gaming device with a mobile phone and ended with a product that didn't function well as either.
It's called. Well, look at it.
So,
please try and fit that in your pocket.
So this is called an N-Gage.
Yep.
And okay, let's analyze this for a second. So you have a keypad on your right, and I guess what appears to be like a directional pad on the left. Looks like you can listen to some music on, or like toggle music.
It has an FM transmitter, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it. It's like, first of all, I don't know what the hell you could play on that thing other than like maybe Pokemon Yellow. And
Yeah.
second of all, where the hell is the transmitter and receiver?
Well, look at I love the accept and decline buttons at the top left and right, respectively.
Yeah.
Also, why are they highlighting 5 and 7? Is that like WASD before WASD was a thing? Like, what is that?
Well, okay, the 5 might be brailled. That's about it.
But what's the 7?
The 7, I have no fucking idea why that.
If you know where the 5 is, I would think you would know where the rest of the keys are.
Yeah,
At that point,
I have
locate
no
the
idea.
5 and go from there. I don't know. I'm not blind. I shouldn't be talking.
All right, and then the last one, I'll mention. This is
Christ.
actually a whole top 10 list of. I'm curious if you guys have heard of, but the last one I'll mention, they have listed as a failed console, the Wii U.
Okay.
I've never had a chance to play the Wii U. But go ahead. What do you want to say?
It was
Bobby?
essentially, it was the Wii U. All it looked like was, oh, here's a Wii with a tablet. Like, that's literally what it was. And it was good for. Didn't Super Mario Maker come out for that? Isn't that when that was out?
I can't remember 100%. One of the biggest reasons why the Wii U was like kind of so hyped was because the Nintendo Wii did not support HD graphics, but
Right.
the Wii U did.
Right.
But that was really the only difference from what I heard.
And my understanding is like in Super Mario Maker, like the that's the most practical use I saw for the system was that they had 4 people playing the game on Wii remotes, and then they had the guy actually making and changing the levels on the tablet as they were playing. That's the most practical use I've seen for the game. If the 2 that came after this, it was essentially Wii 2, and everybody knew it, but it didn't have enough big upgrades besides HD graphics and a tablet. And then the Switch came out, and everyone realized how good that was. So
All right,
I'm not surprised by this.
This says, compared to its predecessor, the console was a complete flop as its sales numbers were about 15% of the Wii's. Now, I will say the reason the Wii did so well, in my opinion, was because at the time it was revolutionary.
Yeah, it was the first of its time.
Yeah,
Remember when
like,
everybody was complaining that they were breaking their wrists in the first few months?
Wii-itis, remember?
Yeah.
Wii-itis.
Wii-itis. Yep.
No, it was a literal thing. It was like when you got sore from playing the Wii, like they would say Wii-itis.
Yeah, I remember when I first got the Wii, I played Wii Sports probably for like 20 hours, like the first day I played.
Got your pro level up on the first day.
I mean,
Me and Brendy used to go hard in the paint on Mario and Sonic, the Olympic Games.
Yeah, oh, dude, that was my favorite Wii
We'd do the
game.
canoeing, and we'd just absolutely be on some bullshit.
Dude, oh my god, that was my all-time favorite Wii game, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Pretty sure this came out with a new one too.
They did, yeah. Well, is it for the Switch? I mean, obviously it has to be for the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I need to check that out then.
Yep.
I forgot you had a Switch.
Well, it's not mine. It's Rachel May's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I've told Rachel May, like, there's like 2 games I really want to get on the Switch next. One is Pokemon, and 2, probably gonna think about getting that new Mario and Sonic game.
Yeah, the Wii, as you said though, that was revolutionary. It was ahead of its time. I almost feel like it was an awesome.
Dude,
console.
everyone was like, "This is the future of gaming." Like that was what everyone like.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're still on our keyboards and mouses, or like still holding our controllers.
Yep.
Hey man, we weren't going to be
I know
able to storm
VR
Normandy on the Wii.
Oh yeah, I do. I got fit from playing Mario and Sonic. You have no idea.
Oh yeah.
I love how when they introduced Wii Fit, you had like the balance board. Like I mean,
Oh, bruh.
hey man, if you
Bruh.
lost a considerable amount of weight playing the Wii and like
Some
Wii
people
Fit,
did.
like I commend you, but
I never played the Wii Fit.
I think I tried
Ever.
it once.
I never had it. I will say I had this really cool Tony Hawk skateboarder game for the Wii, where like you had like a real like or not a real, but like you had like a Wii skateboard.
yeah, I remember those. Yeah,
And you could do tricks on the skateboard. That was badass.
Yeah,
I never really played it because it's like I didn't really have well at the time the room for it wasn't really that big, but that's one of those games where like going back like that was a really cool idea.
yeah.
Like for its time.
Again, yeah, ahead of its time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sure a lot of those on that list we've never heard of because of course they didn't make it.
Yeah,
We'll say-
I just want to. I'll briefly mention some of these, like, or not briefly mention. I'll say just the name of it. They had the Hyperscan, the Laser Active, the Virtual Boy. And
Wait,
then,
was that an
What
emulator?
did you
That
just
sounds
say?
like an emulator. Wait.
It was basically VR from the 90s.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, and then last was where did it go? The Sega Dreamcast, considered a failed console.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, like I said, a lot of those. Wow, voice crack. A lot of those. That was not a good one. Wow.
But no.
A lot of those you wouldn't have known about, but anyway.
It's crazy that the Dreamcast was considered to be one of the worst because when that came out, I think it was the competitor to the what was it, Nintendo 64.
Oops.
Either that or the PlayStation 1.
So I think that maybe it was the Sega. Do you remember the Sega Genesis?
Yep.
I had a Sega Genesis.
Yes.
I might
So-
still have a Sega Genesis.
I think I don't really remember playing it. Maybe I did as like a very young kid, like 3 or 4, but I don't. My brother had one, and I think that he ended up getting that instead of the Dreamcast because the Dreamcast was really expensive
Yeah.
So
whenever it came out.
So this, sorry, I know we're trying to wrap up here, but I just want to say the Dreamcast. It was launched in 1998. This is saying that the reason it failed so much was because of the release of the PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox, like the original Xbox.
I still
So
have the OG
that-
Xbox. It's alive and kicking, boys.
Dude, you need to like have a soundbite of like the Xbox load up.
Oh,
For us.
dude. I do.
Let me tell you something,
Remind
though,
me
there-
later.
There was nothing worse than the Red Ring of Death on the 360. Like,
I don't know what that's
Literally, I
like.
think
I
went
got
through,
the
like,
Elite.
3 Xboxes.
I never
I
had
did
the
too,
I
yeah,
never got the
three.
Red Ring ever.
I know.
I
that.
went through 3 of them.
Like-
It was the worst.
I it's never happened to me. I don't like. I was starting to believe that at some point, like that the Red Ring of Death was like just a meme because like it never happened.
Yeah,
to
I know.
me.
I got the Elite, so you're supposed to not be able to get them. It's like saying a Mac doesn't get a virus. I got it one time, but it was my own fault. Was because I like did something in power cycled while I was trying to put a disc in or something like that. So it just no. It was like no.
Yeah, I
Stop
will
doing
say.
it.
Yeah. If you, there was certain like red rings that meant like
Yeah.
if it was 2, then it was just like the power cycle thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
If it was 3, it's like great, you're fucked. Like,
Yeah, I will say I did get the Red Ring of Death once, but like I just restarted it and like everything was fine afterwards.
Right.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
look at you.
So
I didn't get that
and,
shit.
and I think the only reason it even red ringed in the first place was just because like I lost power.
Yeah. I've had that happen too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's literally the
I know,
only
I've been-
time. But I took care of my Xbox, unlike Tyler here.
But dude, I literally did nothing wrong. My Xbox was just like, all right, I'm out.
Chilling,
Like, that
just
was-
chill,
that was
straight
it.
chilling.
Anyway, let's get to our game. I am very, very excited about
It's a
this. I
game.
literally came up with this today. I'm not joking.
You mean as you were
because-
walking upstairs late to the podcast? Is that what you mean?
Yes. Yesterday, or I'm sorry. We've had this last year. We did the Super Bowl bets, and it was like fine and all, but it was very unorganized, and it was like just kind of a throw-in thing, whatever. This year, we're doing it fucking different, guys. Okay, I have 15 Super Bowl bets. We're all going to be involved in this. Every single one of us. We are all going to do this.
Zach is
15 bets.
fucking sweating right now.
No. Calm down.
All right.
It's 15 bets. You have a budget of $100, and I have the odds for each thing. So you have a budget of $100. You must put at least $1 on each question.
Okay.
And like I said, you have 100. And once the Super Bowl is over, I'll calculate everything based on the odds. I have, like I said, the odds, and I'll give you the odds. And
can you
then
post them
you know,
in the Discord? Can you put them in the Discord here?
I mean, I have I have a document of all this stuff, but I'll read it out to you.
But I'm saying if like you have 10 of them, I am going to lose track. So if you feel like repeating yourself, fine.
And so, and like I don't want to be like, okay, I'll put $20 on this and then like get something I'm more confident in.
Unless you're listing them all, well, yeah, because we don't know. Yeah, so just I guess start reading them off, and maybe you can post them as you're doing so, because I think we need to see. We need visuals. You know.
So
I tend to have things go in one ear and out the other. You know.
I mean, it's kind of simple. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe it's simpler than we think, but.
But yeah, anyway, like I said, well, you have $100 budget, and like I said, $1 on each, and yeah, we have 15 questions here. So there is some game, there is some prop bets, like usual, and just some random stuff. So we will start with the first one. Just easiest as you can get. Super Bowl winner. Kansas City is minus 122, and San Fran is plus 108.
Where are these odds from, by the way?
So I would say majority of them are from DraftKings Sportsbook. Some are from FanDuel Sportsbook, and there was like 2 from Sports Center.
Okay.
But which I thought they got theirs from DraftKings anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess they are subjective.
All right.
But
so Chiefs are minus 125.
122.
122. Sorry. Yeah.
Here, I'll just do this. If you guys want to look at this, I will post the
document,
the link to my document.
Yeah, let's do that. Still read them off because we have.
Yeah.
I'm not going to show this.
And if you want to, because I was just going to edit in like the money amounts myself, but if you want to make my job easier, then we can do that. Hold on, I am struggling hardcore right now.
Struggle bus,
as is typical, Tyler.
Wow. Okay.
Hey man, we need our star center. Don't start bitching. Okay.
There we go. So there you guys go.
All right.
There's that. But yes, we will start with the first one. I will start off. My Super Bowl winner. I have to stick with them. I cannot go against my boys. San Fran. I'm putting $5 on them. At plus
$5. I lied. I'm definitely showing this, so I'm gonna full screen this for right now. And,
okay.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna show this because this makes sense.
Try your best not to read the next questions or scroll down though. I kind of want to make it.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I will show it after you read them off. So go ahead.
Yes. So I am putting $5 on the San Fran.
Brendy's already locked in his.
Yeah, Brendy's locked in.
All right,
Kansas
hold on.
City, $5.
That's tough. Wow.
Wish you had spaced these out a little bit
Bro,
better.
I don't know what the fuck to put, man. Like, I don't know anything, man.
Just go for it, man. Picture this. You're drunk. You have $100, and you have to
Bro, if
spend
I'm drunk, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Damn it.
Can I space these out?
Go for it, man.
Okay, thank you.
You know what?
Okay, the Super Bowl MVP you had multiple of. I didn't.
You know what? You know what? Let's
There's
go.
a lot of dead air here, but
Let's go.
Bobby riding with San Fran, $10. Zach,
I'm
just putting this out there.
Those odds are good.
Now you put an uneven number, so you're gonna have to do calculations to get yourself to $100.
Wait, so what is if Kansas City wins? How much does Brendy get with his $5 bet?
So let's see. I
would get like, I would get a total return of like maybe like $9.
$9.
So I will give you the exact because I know how sports betting works, but I do sometimes get confused with some of these things. So let's see. So
Bro, what the fuck are some of these questions?
I told you not to go down. I wanted it to be a surprise. So at minus 122, if Brendy put $5 on it, the total would be $9.10.
Okay, that's what I thought.
There you go. And for me and Bobby, if we put $5 on San Fran,
do you know how to work Google Docs, or am I gonna have to give you a crash course on that?
I literally just said I didn't realize there's more than one person on question 2.
There we go. I got it. I fixed
and
it.
then for us, it would be $10, and for our special boy Zach, a $69 bet would get a return of $143. So there you go. All right, question number 2. Super Bowl MVP. Pretty straightforward. Got your big boys, Pat Mahomes, Jimmy G, Raheem Mostert, George Kittle, Tyreek.
Only got $31 more, and 14 more questions.
Can I put
and you have to put one on each.
Can I put like $50 on the kicker?
I mean, that would not be a good idea.
What are those? Hey, man, you say that now.
But and if you, I mean, if there is another name you want, I can get it for you. But I didn't feel like typing.
No, I'm not that desperate.
I just have to say I'm actually happy I linked you guys this, so I don't have to fucking do it myself.
God! How did I know he was gonna do it? So Zach picked San Francisco to win, and he has Patrick Mahomes as the Super Bowl MVP.
That is true. That's
Patty M, baby.
Hey, you know what? He's covering all bases.
He is. Shotgun approach. You love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me with my pick, it's like if I'm picking the Niners to win, Jimmy G. I was thinking maybe Mostert because he's been a beast, but
he's
also Kansas City's air defense is kind of suspect, so I'm thinking maybe he can go off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all standard, all quarterbacks here. That's usually how it is. All right, question number 3. A safety to be scored. Yes, plus 900. No, minus. Okay, Bobby.
Can we not,
really?
Please?
Fuck no, baby.
I'm gonna.
Braves, baby.
I'm gonna be the outlier here and say yes.
No, I am too. This would be like a stupid bet, but like, I didn't mean to do that. But you put like $2 on this if it hits. There you go. He's putting 10 on it though.
Yep,
God,
I'm confident.
This dude's going for $90.
If there's a safety in this game, Brendy's literally winning.
$10 is too much because I just realized I think it was Super Bowl 49 that had like the first safety ever.
Yeah, that was the Broncos game. Don't fucking remind me.
Fuck no, baby.
Over the head of Peyton Manning.
What the fuck goes in?
I'll say $5 again.
Zach, no. I said you have to put at least one. I am not calculating a 69-cent bet. You can fuck off.
I love this.
All right, let's see.
Any field goal.
So any field goal or extra point hit the upright or crossbar. Yes, plus 400. No, minus 670.
So it just needs to hit. Doesn't matter if it's good or not.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, what? That's.
All right. This is a tough one, actually.
I gotta see how much money I have.
I'll say
I got a whole lot of money in the
whole lot of money.
They can. He has it pulled up on stream.
Whole lot of money.
Oh, bet.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna say 2 good kickers. I'm gonna go with no, and I'll put. Oh, I thought that was me that fucked up. Shut the fuck up. And I'll put a $3 bet on that. I'm gonna have to go back and calculate $15 I've spent so far. All right, game to go to overtime. Plus 100, plus 1,000 for yes, minus 2,500 for no.
That is a big no for me.
I will agree and go with no. Ooh, no as well.
No.
You wanna scream at me a little more? Zach. Zach is the wild card, man.
You do have this pulled up on stream, right?
Yep.
You said okay. I just want because like there's a lot of dead air, and I want somebody to at least see what we're doing.
I got it.
All
You
right.
did your second parenthesis the long
Wait,
way.
we should say I'm saying no and I'm putting $10 on the game going into overtime. Brendy's saying no with $10 in the overtime. Tyler's saying no with $5. Zach is saying longest yeah boy ever for $1 for the game going into overtime. And he's got plus 1,000 odds.
Even though it's only gone into overtime once.
Yeah,
ever.
no's are didn't it, Brendy? Didn't it, Brendy?
I
It did
brought
go into
it-
overtime.
I brought it up. It doesn't affect
Yeah.
me anymore.
Yeah,
All right, number 6, coin toss.
that's what an
outcome.
inmate tells themselves.
Heads and tails, both minus 103.
All right, this is.
Um,
I'm gonna lowball this.
I had some inappropriate joke, but I'm gonna just not.
Yeah, you-
I'm
you
gonna
can keep
not
that
do
to
that.
yourself,
I'm not
bro.
gonna do that.
For me, tails never fails. And I'm going. Let's see. What do I want? I'm going with another 5. I think I'm just gonna keep it simple. $5 bet.
Oh, let him.
Not 50.
Can you
goddamn.
fucking type, Bobby?
So, let's see. For me, I said tails, $5. Bobby says heads, bitch, $5. Heads on the stake, $5. Brendy tails for 2, and Zach heads dog for 1. All right, make sure at some point you check where your money is.
Yeah, I've already checked.
All right, total
I
pass
have not
attempts.
touched.
Okay,
Where are you
so,
seeing
So
that?
hang on. So for this question,
I'm at 74.
hang on. For this question, total
Where do we
players to
check?
attempt to. At the top, you started with $100.
You start with
Ju-
$100. Do some fucking math.
Just
I'm
calculate how much you
Fucking
spent so
losing
far.
my mind. Hold on. All right, go.
Total players should attempt
Okay,
to pass.
so
What was your question?
So for this question, does that mean for one team or for like the whole
The
both
whole
teams? Okay, then I will say over 2.5.
I will also go
I
with
got
the over.
$69.
You're so childish.
I will say $5.
Yeah, I'm keeping my math simple. Like I don't feel like doing calculations for myself, so I'm just gonna keep doing $5 bets.
Actually, I might join you in that in a second here. I'm gonna.
So
I'm
yes,
gonna
like I said,
fix my
We are all in a. It seems like we're all in agreement on this one, simply for the fact that like if one team runs a passing wildcat play, like we win.
That's what I'm
20,
saying.
25,
And obviously, like the question is set up. It's like, okay, you have your 2 quarterbacks, obviously gonna throw a pass. Is anybody else gonna do it? And I mean, this is a
the
usual
quarterback
bet.
can get injured, or they
That
can
is
do
true,
a
yes.
wildcat.
Yeah, that is true. So the over is plus 200. The under is minus 155. I'm hitting the over at $5. Bobby is hitting the over at $5. Brendy hitting the over at $5. Zach hitting the over at pi.
$5, $3.14.
I'll just say 3.
Okay. Number 8. Any offensive lineman to score a touchdown? Yes.
Minus
Plus
10,000.
Plus 3,300. No. Minus 10,000. Don't delete that.
I'll say no, but I'll keep it small.
So I'm trying to think who like is there any athletic boys out there on the offensive line? You know what?
Do they have a refrigerator Perry out there?
Fuck it. $1 bet.
That's a
Your
that's a
ass.
desperation bet.
I mean, I forgot to put my parentheses. It's throwing it out there.
Zach, you're so
taking some
polite.
chances. So an offensive lineman to score a touchdown. I say yes for the $1 bet. Bobby says not on your life, kid. $5 bet. Brendy, no. $3 bet. Zach, I'll have one big boy touchdown, please, and thank you. $5. That is gonna be a hell of a payout if you hit. I'll tell you that. So there we go for that. Let's go to number 9. Jersey number to score the first touchdown. Over 26.5, under 26.5. The over is plus 115. The under is minus 143. Obviously, if it is a pass to our wide receiver, it's the wide receiver's touchdown. Obviously, I'm just clarifying that. Running back touchdown. Defensive touchdown. So yeah, let me think. Who are some big boy players out there? I'm going to go... Ooh. you guys got to talk. I can't just ramble on with dead air.
I don't know, dude. I don't know who's gonna score.
It's the jersey number. The reason I'm going under is because I feel like it's the quarterback is going to be under 20.
Yeah.
And most wide receivers are as well.
Well,
I know some wide receivers have 80s.
Yeah, so if you run through the team, that's why I'm struggling. So Tyreek Hill is 10. He's definitely a guy that could catch one. McCole Hardman and Watkins are under 26. But Kelsey is an 87.
But he's a tight end. Tight ends usually do 80.
Yeah.
What's
Kittle?
Like,
what's Kittle?
Kittle's 85. Like I feel like Kelsey and
at.
Kittle are two guys that could definitely catch a TD. But then all the running backs are over 26 as well.
Well, it says scored the first touchdown. That can include the quarterback, right?
Yeah, but the quarterback would have to run it in.
Oh, okay, that's dumb. I'm sticking with my bet though.
Okay, I'm going over, and I'm going to put
money here.
I'm
got a whole lot of money.
A lovely $4 bet on that. So just to do a review.
I like the money that he associated with that too.
So myself, I'm picking the over $4. Bobby over the fucking moon $5.
No, you did not say that right. Try again.
Over the fucking moon.
Thank you.
$5. Brendy, $10 bet on the under, and Zach under these nuts $2. And now we're gonna go to the jersey number to score the last touchdown.
This is tough.
I'm gonna go with the over again.
I'll go with the over just for no. The fuck, I'm not sticking with the under.
All right. Yeah, I actually forgot. I thought I only added one of these. But apparently I didn't. So the jersey number to score the last touchdown. It's the same as the last one. The over is a plus 115. The under is minus 143. Myself, I picked the over at $5. Bobby, under the ownership of Jerry Jones, $10. Bobby, how much money are you at? Like I have
$35.
Okay, I was gonna say I feel like you're at like about 500 right now.
Relax.
Brendy under $5 and Zach over $1. Okay, any scoring drive if you take less time than the national anthem. Yes, minus 625. No, plus 400.
Oh, our names are on the second page.
Yes, this is what.
Let me hang on. Wait. Let me fix that.
Nope. Fuck you.
Okay, boys, calm down.
What do you mean, boys, calm down? That's all Bobby.
This ought to be good.
Any scoring drive to take less.
Oh my god! All right. Oh man,
for those who didn't see that, Zach started to type depends on if someone kneels, and then deleted it. So there's that for you.
So if you think about the national anthem, like you'd have to imagine. I don't actually
forgot
know
we were on stream. Feel free to DM me on Twitter and we can talk.
I don't know how long that usually is, but I feel like maybe I don't know if it's 2 minutes. Like I feel like it ain't that long.
Well, okay, you have to think about who's going to be singing. I wish you had asked the number 12 question first.
Yeah, probably.
Demi Lovato is singing the national anthem.
I know it's Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking it's going to be over.
I feel like Tyreek Hill he has the potential to have like a one-play 80-yard touchdown, so I will say...
Whole lot of money.
Wait, this is interesting that yes is minus 625.
I was going to ask you about that.
But I know I'm right on that because I double-checked it. Because the first time I looked at it, I was like, that's weird. Honestly, because of that, I'm
going to have to go with yes on this one because Demi Lovato likes to add like 15,000 parts to songs, so...
I mean, it beat what's her name when she did the NBA All-Star game or it was the championship. Which one was it?
Oh yeah, who was that? No, it was the All-Star game. It was terrible.
Fergie.
Yeah, Fergie. Yeah, terrible. So myself, I say no. $5. Bobby, if it's O Canada, no. 20. You have $15 left for what?
Yes,
4
sir.
questions.
Yes, sir.
Brendy, no, $5. Zach, affirmative, $5. All right, 12th question.
I
National
would have said
anthem
no if
length.
it was somebody besides Demi Lovato. Just
This
saying.
is over.
National anthem length over 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna go over as well. I know we're all saying because it's Demi Lovato, but I literally feel like that's the reason for me.
Yeah, we're all going over.
Yeah. I'm only gonna put a 2-boy on this. So I actually gotta check my money real quick because I'm getting on Bobby and I have no clue where I'm at.
All right, you guys can cut that out now.
Cut what out? What are they doing?
Look at what they're typing.
I'm trying. I'm going through my thing, so I have no idea. 45.
I'm just gonna go ahead and enter in the rest of my bets so that I don't have to deal with these assholes.
Bitch ass.
Did I type this on the wrong thing, or did somebody fill it in for me already? The over $5. I don't think I ever hit that. Anyway, question number. Oh, I'm sorry. Going back to 12, I'm all messed up. National anthem length over 2 minutes. I said over $2. Bobby, really? Over the amount of time Andy Reid takes to realize there's a delay game penalty, $5. Brendy, over $10. Zach, it's Demi Lovato, so over for show, my guy.
What were you gonna say?
I was not gonna say anything.
Okay.
I was gonna say my guy.
Well, let him money.
Length of the final word, which is brave, during the national anthem. Over 5 seconds, minus 155, under plus 135. I'm going over, and I'm going big boy bet here. I'm going.
Wait.
$20.
What kind of bet are you going into?
Big boy bet.
No. What kind of bet?
I don't know. I don't
What
fucking know,
kind of bet? What do you do when you play 3-card poker?
Oh, max bet.
Brendy?
That's right.
What?
What kind of bet are you making?
I'm not making a max bet. I
Okay.
bet $5.
All right, so for this one we have over $20. I'm sorry, I'm picking the over at $20. Bobby $5.
Bobby's just betting $5 on nothing.
Bobby, you want to give me an
I'm putting
answer?
5. Hold on, I got
He's
this.
just donating to the casino.
Yeah, I mean he likes to do that anyway. He is picking the under $5, under the bottom of her career.
What the
Brendy,
There you go.
Brendy hitting the over. Guys, it's really hard to read when the whole screen's fucking moving. Brendy hitting the over at 5 and Zach over at 1. Gatorade
you
shower
dare.
for the winning coach. Red plus 150. Orange plus 300. Clear water plus 450. Yellow or green plus 450. Blue plus 750. Purple.
What the fuck,
1200. And none 1500. All right. I'm gonna go with a yellow boy, I think. That piss color, you know what I'm saying? Alright, nobody knows what I'm saying. That's cool.
I
What
know
did you
you're
say?
saying. That's literally what I went with too.
Yeah, like, I just know that piss green, yellow Gatorade.
It is not piss.
It looks like it, man. So, I feel like I should have, like, done all these. We should have done all these beforehand, because now my, now my money is, like, I have to put all this money on the last couple of things here.
Well, just go back and fix them later. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I guess if we want to change our money amounts, that's fine. Just because, like, I was, like, being safe with $5 bets. I was like, oh, yeah, I have, like, $40 right now that I need to do on 3
We'll post these on
questions.
Twitter,
Okay.
by the way, in a bit more of a readable format. So for anybody
Yeah.
audio who didn't quite catch all of it,
Yeah.
this is all for you.
That's true. I know, I was going to say, I guess
Exactly.
I like the show idea that I made up, but for audio listeners, it's probably, like, unbearable right now.
Yeah, the whole one of them.
So yeah, exactly. So for me, I'm going yellow or green for 20. Bobby, bluer than Tyler when the Broncos signed Flacco, $4.
That word is too offensive.
Yeah.
Hang
What?
on. Where's the
Broncos or Flacco?
No, sorry, I'm messing with Zach. Where is
Brendy, $5 on yellow and green, and Zach Rojo for $1.
Oh, here we
Ho
go.
question mark?
Okay.
This
This
I'm
is a
sorry for all
shit
the
show.
dead air people. I
This is a
really,
shit show.
dude, I like tried my hardest to organize this. I literally did this list and like, it took me only an hour. Like, come on. You're killing me, boys. All right, last question. And this one is close to Zach's heart.
Oh.
Which company airs the first commercial after the coin toss? Bud Light, 15. By the way, I'm sorry this is in like this form. I got this off of a different. It wasn't off of DraftKings, so forgive me. But Bud Light 15-1, Budweiser 15-1, Coke 19-1. If you're Australian, I think they say Hyundai, I believe. Honda 19-1, Skittles 19-1, Mars / M&M's 20
Mars.
20 Mars / M&M's.
Candy company.
It's the candy company.
Okay, yeah.
24-1 and Kia 24-1.
Thought you meant like NASA or some shit.
Let's see. If I gotta go back and do my counting again. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, I'm just trying my best to fill dead air. 47, 67, 87. So I have $13 left. I'm going to put it on Bud Light.
I used all my money.
Good. You were the one person. Well, I shouldn't say. I hope you all. Bobby,
What?
figure it out.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I get your joke. I thought you were literally like.
Wait, which one is piss water?
That would be Bud
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
No,
So-
I
Bud Light.
knew what he meant when he said piss water.
Yeah.
So my bet is Bud Light, $13. Bobby Pisswater, aka Bud Light, $1. Brendy Kia, $5. Zach, God, I fucking hate car commercials, but it's gotta be.
No, he crossed
Bud
out the
Light.
fucking.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
did. I did that.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I want to hear this all the way through without any interruptions.
Okay.
God, I fucking hate car commercials, but it's gotta be Bud Light. Shout out Post Malone, $1. My boy Posty. And
The only
that is-
reason the only reason I said Kia was because for some reason every football game I've watched has been hoarded with Kia commercials.
Yeah, they've been.
how do you
they've
guys
been all
like?
over.
I feel like years ago, like Super Bowl commercials. I know they're still a big thing, but like I feel like they've
Definitely.
gotten like decreasingly
Yeah.
not as interesting.
Nothing. As soon as the E-Trade era ended, it was over. It was over for
Oh
everybody.
my god!
It was over.
Yes, you are correct.
It
Yeah,
was
that
over.
and Doritos were always
Yep,
like
the
the best.
Doritos.
Yeah.
Doritos. Does anybody else find that ad creepy? Do you know what I'm talking about? The one where the guy's eating like nacho cheese Doritos in the office cafeteria, and this dude just comes up right in his face, and
Licks
he's
his
like,
fingers.
"You gonna finish that?" He's like, "Sorry, they're already gone." He's like, "No, you left out the best part," and just start licking his fingers.
He's so
This
disgusting.
guy, man. I do the
Oh,
same thing when I eat Doritos, but come on.
Yeah, I usually only lick my own fingers though.
Yeah, I don't like some dude's fingers in the office cafeteria. Doritos.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, that's to clarify.
Thanks, Zach. That was very appreciated.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a list that I compiled. There is literally endless amount of stupid prop bets that you can make. I just found some kind of simple ones, but kind of ones we could also have fun with as well. I would like to think there's a little bit more organization as last year, even though it was still a shit show. But we'll be back next year.
Yeah,
Maybe
we'll be back
figure
in
it out a little
But
more.
the more important part is, who we bet on, and it looks like Brendy's the only Kansas City at the moment. I am saying I'm teetering, but at the moment I have San Francisco. So I will say that much.
So like I said, after the Super Bowl, I gotta actually remember I'm gonna have to remember the first commercial because I feel like it's gonna be really hard to find afterwards through research. But yeah, I think we're all in agreement. Like if we want to go back and change the money totals now, I think that's fine before the game. But
Hey boys,
yeah.
A tweet from State Farm, or rather Jake from State Farm. He's back in the office February 2nd.
Okay. I mean, State Farm has Patrick.
Great insurance commercials. Just what I love to see. I love insurance. I get hyped for insurance.
Hey, we just like Jake. Fuck off. Fuck off with your anarchy activity. Go somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized. I'm pretty sure I left out. It's fine. Like I can just cross this question out if it comes to it. But I'm pretty sure I was supposed to add like Kia, and then after that, like anything else. It was like 2 to 3 odds or 3 to 2, whatever. But that's my bad. But anyway, that is it for the Super Bowl bets. Should be a good game. I know we really don't get into a preview so much, but I guess just really quick.
You've heard all the previews from all the big guys.
Yeah,
we gotta make this fun around here. You know, we gotta take our hypothetical money and put it all over the place. You know, since we're so good at sports betting.
Yeah, I thought it would just be a nice thing to have some incentive.
I agree with this
budget.
game. I am on for it. As I continue my journey into sports betting and eventual irreversible debt, I am totally on board with doing this going forward as I continue to learn about the practices and richness that I'm going to have from this game. Just saying.
Bobby, I know you're going to hate to hear it, even though I've said it 1,000 times, but I'm just happy there's new blood in this fucking Super Bowl, man.
Well,
I'm tired of the Patriots.
Like I said, blessing and a curse for me, because it's a curse because my favorite team's on the Super Bowl, but I can actually relax.
Yeah.
And watch objectively a game that I really don't have much skin in right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to grab some Angry Orchards and some whiskey mixes and just have myself a night. That's what I'm going to do.
And then remember you have an internship.
Yeah, I'm gonna work
And
till 8
I have an
o'clock and then-
internship at 10 a.m. the following morning.
Oh, you work on Super Bowl Sunday?
No, on Monday. I was saying the
No,
following.
I'm talking Zach. I was asking Zach because I know you.
Do you really work?
The...
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I mean I have to work because we sell wings.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, that's gotta like. How bad is it usually? Like on
I mean,
a
it's
scale
usually
of
fun.
1 to
Usually
10.
just put my music on and just sauce up some wings.
Sauce it up. All right.
That's all it is.
All right. Well, before we end, as always, Zach's track of the week. What do you got for us this week?
This week, I don't know if Bobby has it. I guess I never sent it to him, but I do
No.
have a track of the week.
I'll say
It's,
it anyway. Just say it.
I've mentioned it like a million times this past week. I've mentioned it in our music chat. It's called
Whole lot of money.
It's called Whole Lot of Money by Antonio Brown. No. No, it's I've been getting into drum and bass a lot. It's Black Shield by Monty and Visages. Excuse me if I slaughtered that second name. But it's a brand new EP out on 1985 Music, Alex Perez's music label. So check it out if you like drum and bass, especially jungle drum and bass. It's dope.
It's that dope shit.
Yeah, I didn't actually listen to it myself, but I will at some point. But I did see you were raving about that in the chat, so I kind of figured that would be the track of the week. But anyway, it's been episode 48. I think it's been a good one. I thought the game was fun, and we're still all over the place. We have no organizational structure, but that's okay. We make it through.
Do you want
But
to organize
anyway,
corporations like ESPN, CBS, NFL Network, or do you want to hear just 4 idiots just being stupid together and just trying to figure out
Here's
this
the
thing called
thing.
life?
The only difference between us and ESPN is we don't get paid for bad takes. That's it.
We give this shit to you for free. This shit is free content at its finest.
I do look at some of the big personalities on TV and the predictions they make, and I'm like, how the fuck are you employed? I could do anybody could make dumbass predictions that you do.
So, who has worse takes, Tyler or Stephen A. In MMA?
Oh, come on, that's insulting to me. Okay.
Those are some bad takes. Those bad takes the past couple of weeks.
Anyway, if you'd like
Here's
to,
a hot take: Krispy Kreme donuts are better cold.
oh,
No, I 100% agree.
Wait, no,
I
you know
agree.
what?
Oh my God,
you
Brendy,
know
I
what?
love you.
You know what? Fuck you. You're getting this one. This is what you're getting.
No.
Yes, fuck off.
No.
I
All
can't
right,
even
going
eat.
on.
I can't listen to me. I can't even eat them shits no more, and I can tell you that's fine.
No,
Dude, listen.
Let me.
You go to the store, you get the fresh donuts, you wait like an hour for them to cool down, and then you eat them.
No.
And that is when they are most delicious.
I will say I will eat them both ways, but they are much better. They're much better colder.
Stay in your southern fucking.
You
place.
just don't understand.
Oh, of course I don't understand. Get
don't
the fuck
understand.
out of here.
You know what's funny, Bobby? You're just anti, me and Zach introduced you to new ideas, and you're totally against them. Tyler's like, oh, it doesn't sound too bad. Don't give a That's the difference between you and
know
Tyler.
what? Yeah, because the difference is Tyler doesn't have a fucking backbone a lot of the time. He just likes to play neutral.
Excuse me. This podcast has gone off the
This
rails.
motherfucker has, on more than one occasion, just like, well, I kind of see both sides. I guess.
Because I do.
That is my. Let me do my best Tyler impression. I don't know. It's tough. I kind of see both sides. It's really tough.
I'm
Man, it's
towards
tough.
this, but I understand the argument.
That is a logical response. I mean, I'm not going to get it out of these assholes because that is a logical, articulate response.
Look,
Yes.
Tyler, when you move down here, I will gladly get you a cold Krispy Kreme.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
I'm going to sit back and enjoy my Wawa and flip you guys the bird from the Northeast.
One last question, because then we have to go. Pizza, hot or cold? Cold all day.
What are
It's
you
meant to
on?
be served hot.
It's
No.
hot.
What the fuck?
No, that is the one
No.
Pizza's my favorite food. Pizza cold is possibly 10
Ray,
You're on
Ray,
drugs.
Ray
better.
Jermaine is the same way as you, Tyler. Like, she will grab a piece of pizza out of the fridge and start eating it. Like,
Oh
straight
yeah,
up.
that's the only way to do it.
No.
I mean,
It's
look,
gotta
Oh,
be
fuck my
have
pizza.
hot- I'll have hot pizza, but when we have
I don't want to
leftovers
talk about this.
and I get it out of the fridge, it's so much better.
No, you're
so much
you
better.
are
Zach
stupid.
Zach is
Stupid.
just shaking with rage right now.
Dude, I'm losing my mind because if anybody was gonna do that, it's Brendy. But no, it's you of
No,
all
it
people.
ain't me. I love hot pizza.
Yeah, you know pizza and you know what
Yeah,
pizza
like
is
the,
supposed to taste like. Fuck you. Fuck
If you'd like to
Tyler.
argue with us on this topic, you can
My
find us
two
on Twitter at
favorite-
Gunplay
my two
Network.
favorite foods: chicken.
Yeah, do you remember when
chicken and pizza?
do you remember when they had that musical that was making fun of the Mormons? Do you guys remember?
Oh,
like who made that?
yes.
Was it South Park that did that?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that was South Park.
And Mormons are so nice to everyone, like weirdly nice, and they're just like, if you like this musical, check out the Mormon Church.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot all about that.
Hey, look what Rachel May just said.
She's yeah, I think she's watching, isn't she?
That's
Cold,
what I'm
cold
talking
pizza
about.
out the fridge is how it's supposed to be eaten leftover. Rachel May.
This is why
Bruh.
me and Rich may have nice things and you guys don't.
I-
Because
Ty-
we know
Christ.
what's right.
Okay, Tyler, you didn't really answer the Krispy Kreme question though.
Because I'll be honest with you, I've had a Krispy Kreme.
Stop.
once.
You're doing
I've had it,
exactly what we
once.
made fun of
Okay.
you for.
If he's only had it once, then he gets a pass.
Rachel May is
I've
typing
literally-
again.
I had it once in elementary school. Somebody brought it in, I think, or something
Yeah.
or another, and that's the only time I've ever had it.
Well, there's
So-
not a Krispy Kreme local to where we live, right, Ty?
Yeah, it's Krispy. I mean, I
Oh,
think you can
man.
get them in in stores and stuff now,
Yeah.
but
There,
Oh,
Krispy
no.
Kreme just opened up in my college. Wait, so okay, Rachel May is claiming Dunkin' is better than Krispy Kreme. Okay,
There you
No.
go. Hot or cold Dunkin'.
but I'm losing my mind. I'm
I mean, they serve them Dunkin'.
eat up, bitch.
this is why our viewers' eardrums get blown out.
Oh, it's
Anyway,
fine.
I am ending the show here. If you'd like to contact us, we're
Making
on all
executive
social-
decisions.
we're on YouTube, Twitch,
It's
Instagram,
tough, we
Twitter,
gotta end the show. It's tough.
Gunplay Network. Bobby, I'm gonna wring your fucking neck. You have no idea. And that is the show. We will be back next time for episode 49 of the Gunplay Podcast.
Fuck.
Oh my fucking god.